What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, dude?
Well, I don't really know right now. You know what?
You've mixed emotions, huh?
I can't stand you. We can't even start the podcast without you taking a shot. Like, yo, I literally just did the name. I just did the intro. You're like, yo, mixed emotions, huh? You are sick.
Shots. No shots. Am I wrong though?
I can't stand you, bro.
I guess
I'm not. Yo, what? Why?
The most recent emotion is sadness, right? But I'm sure you're excited on Saturday night.
I can't with you, bro. This is nuts. This is out of control. Here I was, just trying to have a nice, somber, podcast as we are grieving for the end of a regular season, a postseason. Like, we were supposed to be on that route, and now you just go throw in the whole, well, what about Saturday? You old tripping in. You was over here throwing a party.
No, I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I'm not at all.
In full transparency now, too. So I posted a little story or whatever. It's like, had the little video up. Oh, Bills win, whatever.
Wait, where'd you post this to?
Just on IG. It was like to the story, though. IG story. It wasn't even like a hard post. People DM
You posted a video saying, what'd you say?
Was just, I didn't say anything. It was just the game ended. The Bills score was up and it was playing the shout song. And I was like, Bills win, play the shout song. People were DMing me, bro.
Well, I even saw on Twitter, you said something as neutral as you could. Because I even know you. You were just like, Bills are sending a message. It was like,
I didn't even go any harder, bro.
But I had people adding me.
Show your true
for that
colors.
Tweet. They were like, chilling with Deke, ain't happy about this shit.
I was like, yo, this is nuts, bro. I ain't even, wifey, she was out there, yo, let's go Buffalo. I'm like, bae, I'ma like everything you post. I can't say that right now. I got, you know what I'm saying?
I told you. No. Don't let us hold you back. I told you. Don't let us hold you back. I'm being serious. Don't let us hold you back.
Well, because the thing is, man, I'm an alumni, but I'm also an employee of the organization as well currently. So I still gotta, I make sure that I'm always respectful. Can't get too excited.
So it's not just me and the fans that we
No. It's multifaceted. It's multifaceted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. That's why I don't want any of us in our YouTube community or me to be like, if you're feeling good, like express it. Seriously.
No, it's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
It's sports. There's always gonna be the banter back and forth. But I told you, we will accept it. We won't be thrilled maybe to certain degrees, but
we're on to next week. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't put a lot of stock in these just one-off playoff games. Like, we got bigger fish to fry, so we're not even, the 24 hours is done. In fact, I think we only spent 22 hours.
Are you humble and confident?
Just taking it one game at a time. That's it. Just singularly focused on the next opponent. We're not taking them lightly. They're coming off a very hard fought win as well, so that's all we're focused on right now, man.
You know what? Can I say something though? Last night was one of those nights where you're not too eager to go to bed. You're okay with staying up later than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Putting some extra logs on the fire down in the basement.
Wow.
Cracking open a few more cold ones than usual.
The White Claws. I know how they go, man.
Hitting the weed pen more times than you normally would.
Got to get medicated.
The Scott Van Pelt Sports Center is on rerun about 4 to 5 extra times.
Ooh,
You've seen all of the press conferences, the interviews, all the highlights.
Ryan Clark, they made his appearances multiple times on it. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know the feeling.
But you're there. You're just sitting there. And I don't want to say embracing the moment, but maybe you are. You're just sitting in the moment. And that's what happened with me yesterday. And I sat back and realized the one thing that you could count on in life, the one thing that you could count on, is actually change.
Uh-oh.
Things won't be the same.
Uh-oh.
That's all. It was just one of those nights.
It was one of them nights, man. It definitely was.
Up extra late. I was probably up till just 3 a.m.
Yeah.
The fire was there.
Just taking it in, man.
Had no thoughts really going through my mind.
Yeah.
The sports center up in the background.
You just playing on repeat. I know it, bro.
Just cracking open more cold ones.
Yeah.
Got the weed pen, just smoking and just looking around. And then at some points looking out at the snow coming down. That's all. You take it in. You take it in.
I forgot about the snow. Yeah, that part too. It's beautiful snow though, man. Beautiful winter wonderland. Yeah.
That was last night for me.
I can understand, bro. I can understand. So, what we're going to do, though, as we always do, man, because we're going to work through this thing together. I know all of us are grieving from, this weekend's festivities, this weekend's games. All the games actually this weekend have been pretty dope to watch. And we'll talk about some of them anywho. But let us know where you're tuning in from, man. And as we always do, we will give you that shout out. And after that, man, we will proceed with this recap.
I need to read this one. Eddie Van Trollen says, Deke ain't putting extra logs on the fire in his basement. It's under the bridge, perhaps.
Oh, wait. Hey.
Cooking up a fire underneath one of the bridges downtown.
Just his wolf. Like, dang, Deke.
I don't know how homeless people do it, to be honest with you.
I ain't gonna lie, son. It be
These
some
winters,
days I'm like, yo.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I guess they're cooking up fires.
Cooking up something.
Yeah.
Maybe they're on that Steelers pack.
Oh,
man, I was just all right. I'm sorry.
That's too much.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's too much.
It was an accident. It slipped.
Man, I even found the Chiefs pack in my room. I was all excited. I was gonna write a little note in the same present box.
Yeah.
And have Santa say, Deke, don't open this up till after the wild card.
We talked about this though, bro. I gave you my feelings. I said, yo, you gotta burn that pack because that pack is cursed. And you said, oh, it's not that bad. I just opened it too soon. Bro, that pack is cursed, bro. It's like the Annabelle doll, bro. You don't want that doll anywhere around you, man. Just take that doll and just kick it into one of them rivers down there. Whichever one you want to go to, just kick it in one of them, all right? Sheesh, you got 3 of them. You got options. That's all I'm saying, man.
Okay, so you're still advising me to do that.
Yes, I am. Don't smoke that, man. Just leave that alone. It's bad juju on that. No pun intended. So.
Juju, not a bad performance.
Not at all. But we're going to get to him. We're going to get to him, man. Let's get to
You want me to start or you start?
I'm just laughing at Warren Rangel when he was talking about how you were sad when you say you couldn't really sleep. He said Moats slept like a baby. Y'all are sick. Y'all are sick. I have my favorite PJs on, the red ones.
Damn, man.
Oh, my God. We are not supposed to be starting this. This show is supposed to be very sad today, all right? I don't know why y'all got me laughing like this. This is crazy. All right, but I'll start it out because I feel like I'm slightly under fire right now, man. Jeez. But Stephen is tuning in from the 201 New Jersey in the building. Q, the 610 Easton, PA. Got Joshua tuning in from Jersey. I like it. And we can't forget about Farron Bradford, the 918 Tulsa, Oklahoma. And Tony Ortiz, the 661 Bakersfield, California. Joey Porter, a.k.a. Peasy, a.k.a. my favorite 5'5". Hometown. Yes, indeed. What you got on your end, baby?
Well, I'm right underneath you here. Stephon Ball.
Oh, what up?
314 St. Louis, Missouri. This is my crib. The Northern 7, South Africa, back in the house. Can't sleep. Not sad, just disappointed.
Oh, man. I feel him on that, bro. I feel him on that.
It's just tough, man. It's just tough.
Yeah.
Did everything in the first half, the first quarter at least. Thought we were looking good there. Let me get some more here. Actually, you might need to take over. I'm getting lost. There's so many super chats coming in.
Hey, I understand, baby.
I got him. I got him back.
You sure? Okay.
Yep. Horace ankle.
Oh, that was the one I was about to go to. You perfect, man. Let's
see. I found a good spot.
Resilient, bro. You're resilient. Yeah.
It says 415 Frisco here. Let the healing begin.
Bay Area. Let's get it.
David Dupree, DD Smalls.
What up, DD?
Here from GNV. No clue where that is.
Gainesville.
Okay.
He changes up the abbreviation for it every time, though. I done seen him put like Gainesville, spell it all the way out. I think he's put Gville before. I ain't know GNV though. I'm with it, bro.
I was gonna say Gainesville isn't that popular to be putting those parentheses
like that.
Yeah. From the 412, we know that's Pittsburgh. From even PGH, I think most people can understand that's Pittsburgh. PIT, that's Pittsburgh. Gainesville. I mean, come on. Yeah. Wendy Johnson, 562 Long Beach, California, and then DC LZ.
Let's go.
562 Long Beach, California as well.
I like it. We got Money Bags, South Carolina, the 803. Richard Arbizo, the 310, Carson City, California. He says he is still bleeding the black and gold. He said he need them Lakers to stop bumming it and having some old beat man carry them, though, because that's all he has right now with the Kings. And I can understand that. Yes, LeBron has been still going off, averaging about 30, but they still are getting their head beat in because nobody else wants to help them out. It is unbelievable. But we're not there just yet. We got a recap to handle. So we're going to keep this recap going. Steel Bleeder, the 98642. Oh, that's a zip. Oh, okay. The 98642 Ridgefield, Washington. And then we also got Brandon Griffin. He says 864 Greenville. I wonder if that's Greenville, North Carolina. I don't know. Maybe though. Okay. And then Tiles, I think I say that. Tiles Levy. Fayetteville 910. All righty. Excuse me. All righty.
You want me to start these supers?
Yeah, let's start the conversation.
I'll read these first two together because the topic is similar.
Okay, and I will pull up. There we go.
So Let's Go UW says, well, that was a game of low expectations being driven even lower. Canada needs to leave ASAP in all capital letters and take Butler with them. I don't know how they keep Canada after that. And then Q says, Moats, Deke, I'm beyond excited for the offseason. Can't wait to send you guys some prospects. Also, time to get rid of both coordinators.
Yeah, obviously the coordinators are heavily under fire. They did kind of the opposite of what we talked about. We said, what happens if both of these, units look very different in the sense of productivity is up. We can point to very distinct changes and say, you know what, this is schematic related. This is more so in reflection to the coaches actually implementing something that we can point to as a tangible improvement. And especially offensively, that was the opposite that happened. I felt like yesterday, up until, every drive outside of the two scoring drives, at times it just looked bad, porous at times, like hopeless. And it was for a variety of reasons. It's not just one particular person, one particular group. Everybody had a hand in it. But to me, it starts with the coordinators. It starts up top. When we talk about the lack of preparation at times, when we talk about it just looking like they don't operate with a certain level of detail, to me, that falls on your coaching staff. When you talk about in terms of some of the styles of plays where you're just like, all right, we want to take a little bit more of a shot here. Let's open it up a little bit more. We still weren't getting that either. That definitely puts my man Matt Canada under fire. It definitely does.
The one that got me was the fake screen halfback draw that took up way too much time. That was probably one of the worst play calls I've seen this season.
You read it as a fake screen. I didn't know if it was a fake screen. I didn't know if it was an RPO that the receiver just didn't get the RPO part of it, because I thought
he wasn't looking. Maybe
I thought it was RPO, and I think Juju was in the slot. I don't know who was the outside receiver, but neither one of those guys turned around, and it looked like Ben was looking to go there as you saw it, and then it was like, all right, that's not there. Let me just hand it off. So it could have been a fake screen draw, could have been a blown play. I don't know what it was, but at the end of the day, it just didn't look productive. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm really alluding to with Canada right now, is just at times the offense just doesn't look like it has a plan. It doesn't have an identity. And that's the frustrating part. And then defensively, obviously with Keith Butler, it was a mixed bag. You talk about
first quarter was incredible.
First quarter looked insane, man. You if he had a 4-quarter performance like how that first quarter looked, we'd be talking about him like how they talk about Leslie Frazier getting interviews for head coaching jobs.
Seriously,
like it was that type of performance where you're getting the stops, you're forcing 3 and outs, you're getting a turnover. Shoot, we scored on defense. Anytime you're getting those type of things, typically, the response is we lit it up. It was a great defensive effort. Problem was, did they get tired? Sure. But that was not the whole reason why the defense looked the way that it looked. In the second half, especially that second and third quarter, there were times where we had blown coverage. There were times where I thought schematically I didn't like some of the calls that we were in because it was putting guys in disadvantaged situations. Remember we talked about...
Well, Mahomes even said in his post-game interview that in the second half or second quarter to fourth quarter, oh, they started running more single high.
Yes.
Is that the difference? We were
Yes.
running the cover
Yes.
2 in the first quarter, and then we stopped
Yes.
doing it. Like, what the hell's going on there? Then?
You're schematic. And that goes back to
Why would we do that?
Because now what happens is this. Now you have these situations where you get Cam Sutton matched up on Tyreek Hill with no help. Now you get Joe Hayden matched up on some of these guys with no help. And you can see it's a difference when you have it too high up top and you're protected a little bit with some of your DBs if they struggle. But when you go to the single high look, now all it is, hey, if that rush doesn't get there, it's a touchdown. And to me, that falls back on schematic. That falls back to, okay, were you forcing it because you felt like, hey, you know what, man, offense isn't giving us nothing. We need to switch it up. Maybe try to steal a possession.
We were up 7-0 though. That's when it changed.
No, but this is what I'm saying though, in the sense of how many times before we got to 7-0 did we keep getting stops defensively? Eventually, you're gonna feel that pressure of, bro. We're not gonna keep stopping them all day. We got a touchdown. We need to go. We need to get something else again, because if our offense can't pick it up and do something, this is going to catch up to us. And I felt like, okay, is that the reasoning behind it?
I don't like that reasoning, though, because if you keep it close, I feel like, Ben, the offense will clutch up in the fourth like they have this season.
Yeah.
Just keep it close.
But the other part of that is, do you believe, or did you believe, that our defense would be able to keep Mahomes off the field? Like, bro, think about that first quarter.
There was no signs of it in the first quarter that we were falling off.
Was
That's
saying,
the thing.
everybody, we was all talking about how it seemed like an awkward quarter. Like, yo, that don't feel right. I don't know if it was like, were we that great defensively? Was it them slacking a little bit offensively? Because I think of 2 times where they had possessions that or should have ended in touchdowns.
One of them was due to the punt return, though.
Absolutely. And we caught Mahomes doing what? Throwing the ball late in the middle of the field. Just so happened that TJ made the play versus a secondary guy, but those are some of the things that we saw.
Give some props to Bush, too.
Yeah, those are some of the things that we saw, and it was like, bro, if he does that, you capitalize on it. So we were doing those things, and it was working timely at the. It obviously was a timely thing for us, but I just didn't think it was realistic to believe that we would keep them looking like that 4 quarters.
So you're saying you understand the switch up of the play calls?
I don't like the switch up, but I could understand if he was feeling like, yo, we got to get a spark, because the same way you're going to, like how you just said it, right? You was like, yo, offense was going to catch up eventually. Well, if you think that the Steelers offense is going to catch up eventually, I would have to assume that the Chiefs offense would catch up eventually as well. And if you're Keith Butler and you're feeling like, yo, how do I think because that first quarter, that wasn't like a normal quarter. That wasn't like, oh, we're just playing normal defense. I was like, yo, we're playing elite, great defense. Like, everything is going right for us. You're hanging your hat on, yeah, we're going to be able to do that for 4 quarters against an elite offense that we know when they get going how good they can truly be. So that's why I'm saying I don't fault him.
But they
for feeling
struggled
like
with that cover 2 stuff all year, right?
They have, but they still move the ball.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, they still score points. Even when Denver played them tough, they still found ways to score points.
I prefer that slow bleed method, at least, though, as opposed to
scoring. I feel you, bro.
3rd and 20, 15 seconds before halftime, whatever the hell that was.
But that's why I said coordinators, Keith Butler, mixed bag, because yes, the first part of it looked great. It was working perfect. Everything was good. Then he switched. Was it because he got greedy? Was it because he felt, he needed to get a spark, or even more of a spark? Who knows what it was? But once he made that switch, now we started to get guys being exposed. And that's something we'll definitely talk about a little bit later. But that was the big takeaway for me. When he made that switch, we started to see how across the board, not just on the back end, but even in the front end, we're not built for the one-on-ones right now versus a team like Kansas City. And
though.
We're not built for the one-on-ones versus a team like Kansas City, man.
Did you check the tape?
I'm with you, bro.
Was Kello getting burned? That's what I'm asking.
No. I'm just to be saying, like,
he didn't give up anything.
I don't feel like any of those dudes, it was going to be that type of night for them when they switched to making them all play pretty much man to man. That's right. What I'm saying. Right. Yeah.
If you saw both Cam and Joe multiple times,
you stay in the 2 high look. I love what Kello could do out there, but when you go single high versus that group, and especially when Mahomes started extending some of those plays, man, it was going to be, it's, like how we always say we watch the Chiefs. When they can extend plays, it don't matter who's in coverage back there. They're going to find guys to get open.
There's a couple things that are damning for both of our coordinators. One is the stats over the past 3 playoff games from Butler that keep popping up on social media. It's 40-plus points over the past 3 games. Jaguars, and then the Browns, and then this one.
Yeah.
And for Canada, you're hearing quotes from Deontay talking about the first quarter, the first half, and why the offense was stagnant. He referred to the play calls. I mean, I think he brought up some of his drops too, saying like, I got to catch the ball. I got to do a better job with that. But also saying these play calls really aren't working with what they're doing on defense. There was that, and then also a quote from Jerry Dulac yesterday where Collinsworth was talking about how our offense started to go in the second half. Now, I get it. They're probably playing some type of prevent defense. It's garbage time, whatever. But Dulac said, yeah, Collinsworth, this is working now because Ben is kind of slinging it. He's not as much paying attention to the Canada offense. I feel like those two things are kind of damning. It's like what the hell? Now, I go back to what you said a little bit too, where it wasn't – you can't completely blame the first half offense on Canada because we had some bad drops. Ben missed the throw or two here or there too. So, I mean, the offensive line even let some guys through without even putting a hand on them. So, it was a mix of all that shit.
Yeah, I feel like the first part, when we're talking about the Deontay comments, I think right now he's just in his feelings. I mean, he's on social media even responding to the fake fans of him. He feels like...
Oh, is there a battle going on?
To an extent,
Is there?
Yeah, to enough that he wanted to respond to people,
Nice.
But we know how that
check it
goes. I mean, yeah, you're responding because, you put something out there that the people felt compelled enough to go out there and talk to you about it or talk about you about that. So when I hear him talking about the offense and putting Canada's name in it, to me, that's...
I don't think he's put his name. He said play calls, though.
But play calling is what? You're putting his name in. Let's be real. Hey, we ain't got to sugarcoat it.
It's the LeBron way of doing it.
Right. Instead, we know exactly what you're doing. Like, you're putting Canada's name in it. But when I look at in that first half, I can point to three possession downs, third downs,
third and shorts,
where you got the ball in your hand, and those are first down plays. And
the one could have been a touchdown, I think. Right. Honestly,
and
it looked like there was no one behind him.
So for me, I have a hard time putting that on Canada. Because I say to myself, no, third and short, and he got you with the ball in your hands for a first down. That's good play calling because it keeps the sticks moving, which is going to keep the drive going. And then when we talked about taking the shots, we said, hey, you don't want to take it to the first 3 plays if our O-line isn't good. You want to wait till you get a first down. Now that D-line is rushing again for another set of 3, 4, 5 plays. Now they're tired. Now you take the shot. We can't get to that if you're dropping the passes, though.
Here, a couple of our shots, too, were miscommunication with Ben and Deontay. It looked like if Deontay keeps going straight, that's a touchdown.
I thought it would be a touchdown, bro.
And then the Claypool one where, all right, it's kind of in double coverage. It was really Ward was on him single.
One? Yeah.
Ward was on him single, but there was another guy around the area, and it's contested catch.
Yeah.
I texted you this, man. I'm like,
I'm with you,
I
bro.
know that's a tough catch,
I'm
but
with
like,
you,
bro, you have the positioning on him. You just got to high point that ball. That's an easy catch.
And he did that another
one
in the game.
Well, there was that, and there was another one in the end zone. I remember Collins were saying, "Oh, this was a bit too high for Claypool." I'm like, dude, this thing went right through your hands in the end zone.
Bro, you have to catch that. Absolutely, man. And then another possession that was the throw to Juju in the seam where I thought it was just good defense and Ben didn't want to take too much of a chance with the ball. But to me, that was still like, I don't look at that as bad play call. I just look at it as, man, he don't feel like...
He was open.
Yeah.
He was open.
Yeah, but it's like, yo, if he didn't feel like he could make the throw, he did the same thing. Just airmail it a little bit, punt it, get out of the possession. So it's like, I see all of these niggas, and that's why I said I think it was a mix of all of those guys. But that's why for me, if you said Deontay is like, it was the play call, I'm like, bro, why even bring that up when we know your hand in this? Like, it's hard to fault play calling when your drops are effectively ending drives. And that was something I also, I mean, it sucked, but even Najee, usually we get a lot more from him. And I understand, like, he was dealing with the elbow and stuff like that. And I do think that was part of the reason with the fumble. Just his grip is not the same right now. But his effectiveness, we didn't really feel that out there last night. We were watching him
running the ball. Better runner.
I know. And that was the crazy part. And I'm just like,
Even Benny Snell.
I was like, I understand like the arm part of it, but as we always say, if you're gonna be out there, like it's a certain play that we gotta have from you, and it can't be where we're looking at Kalen Ballage saying, "Yo, he need to be getting more touches tonight." Like that's not what we want, man. But that is a part of the situation right now, or at least it was, because now the situation is over, unfortunately.
Yeah, Canada definitely didn't help his cause.
He did not,
but there were a lot of other factors. I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
Butler. I don't know what to say. I have no clue. It's not good. 40 plus 3 games in a row.
Like you can't hide that. And I get it. Okay, last game against the Browns, sure, it was a defense. I mean, it was they scored on defense, right? So they didn't account for that.
Yeah, we had a lot of early turnovers. Right.
And it's like, I get that, but at the end of the day, it's still no excuse. And that I mean, is it unfair? Sure, at times when you're like, man, yo, we getting stops, yo, offense not moving the ball, our guys are tired. I get that. But what can't happen is 3rd and 20 with 19 seconds left, and Travis Kelce issue a 48-yard touchdown.
Like it's not
that can't happen, bro. Like that can't happen under any stretch of the imagination at this level. And that's the part where I'm like, coordinator, bro, what are you calling right here? Why aren't
That's Madden
you
shit right
exactly?
There,
It's like, bro,
I'm throwing
like
my controller over. Yeah,
I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what type of call are you sitting in right here? Like, there's zero reason to be in a call like this where you're gonna have these guys in a situation like that. And once again, that's just it's part of the reason why I'm just like mixed bag with Butler. I think that Canada really hurt himself yesterday, but I think with Butler it was the mixed bag because for as great as that first quarter was, that second and third quarter, I'm just sitting here like, bro, what are you doing?
Do you feel anything about the Butler defense versus Tomlin defense last week?
No, not in the sense of like call wise, because I think that the offenses that they were facing were drastically different. The things that you're worried about with Tyler Huntley are night and day from what you're worried about with Mahomes. We talked about with Huntley, the biggest threat that he could give you was just cover one and he'd take off with his legs. But because he wasn't good enough as a passer, he really couldn't hurt you in cover one. Mahomes, you play cover one, he can hurt you with his arm, as we saw, right?
Couple of touchdowns with his legs, actually.
Absolutely.
It was that Justin Herbert stuff.
You turn your back on him in cover one, he is fast. And that's what we said, deceptively athletic. He can hit you for 15, 20 if he needs to. And he did it. And we saw it made them say, well, you know what? We can't go man to man anymore. So now you get stuck in these binds of, okay, let's play, zone coverages, but let's try to match up these zone coverages. But then it's like, okay, we're going back to man on the perimeters, essentially. So now you're going to still get some of these matchups that we don't want happening because of his ability. And that's why I was like, I didn't think it would matter if it was Keith Butler or Coach T call him in that vein, because it's just certain things that this offense, when they get going, as we saw, when they got going, it's just different. And then even the red zone stuff, bro, they essentially ran the same play 3 different ways. But it was like, yo, we're just going to go right back to the exact same part of the field. We're going to score this play 3 different ways. We're going to have one where this guy runs and I underhand it. We're going to have another one he fakes this way, and then we go here and shuffle it. Then we're going to have another one where I do it, flip it back, and then we're just going to toss it to the big lineman. Like, I'm saying, like, bro, it's 3 players all hitting the exact same spot of the field. Like, this is nuts.
Yeah. Why is TJ jumping for those fakes?
It's
just trying to make a play because we had the coverage.
So this is the thing: those style of plays, they are geared to put him in a bind. You're gonna play with his rules. If his rule is to go down and spill the run, well, okay, he will take out the flip play or he'll take out the underhand throw. But now to the front side, Patrick Mahomes has the edge because it's a pass, it's a sprint out option to the front side. So he has a guy running a route,
run it in.
So he can either run it or throw it. And because there's no rush by TJ, he's going to have that option legitimately. So if you're TJ, you say, okay, let me try to pull the play up. You try to pull the play up, you climb. By climbing, now you can't stop that. So if I fake out here and get you to jump, because you're just ball savvy like he is, and that's how he got the pick earlier, or how he forced the pick for Devin earlier, just being ball savvy. Okay, so if you're Mahomes, I'm going to pump him, get him up in the air, but I know I'm coming back here. I just can't look here because TJ's a smart enough player that he's going to play that and play it inside out. But if I never look there, he's just going to play this like, yo, it's sprint out because everything is telling you that it's sprint out. But that's one of those plays where it's geared to put that guy in a bind. And from there, the guys behind just got to be great in coverage. You hope that, the inside linebacker or safety, whoever you have tracking that Tyreek Hill motion guy, you hope that he can get over top of all that traffic to make that play inside out. But it's a hard play to defend.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones where you're like,
a good play.
Yeah, it's one of the ones you're like, bro, the best defense to that is not letting them get down there because it's going to have all of us in some type of bind. And we can sit here and bastardize these calls, right? And say, hey, you know what? Well, if TJ takes this and this guy takes that, we're good. Okay. But then when we say, okay, well, what happens when this play, you go front side and you run here and this guy's doing all that because we done made this one-off rule. Well, now everything else becomes an issue as well.
Right, if they do a little hot route or something.
Yeah. So that's the part for them where you really are able to put them in a bind defensively. I mean, you tip your cap to them. I mean, Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, they get paid like that for a reason. Bieniemy is a head coaching candidate for a reason. Like, these guys are good. We get that part. But I'm not like, when I saw that over and over, like, I'm not getting mad at Butler for that. I'm not getting mad.
No, it's the Kelsey
Right.
thing, or just dudes running wide open.
That's the part for
what it
me.
is.
Yeah.
Scoring so quick in that second half.
Or when I see, like I said, Cam Sutton matched up on Tyreek Hill with no help. That's why I'm just like, why? Like, we know Cam Sutton, his weakness is what? Speed. We know he's great at being in terms of he's very fundamentally sound, smart player, understands his leverage and things like that, can tackle. But we know his struggle is speed. That's why we had questions about him on the outside. It's like, yo, he can't keep up with the top flight guys. And you just going to turn around and match him one-on-one in the slot with the fastest guy in the NFL. Once again, that's my coaching part. I'm just like, yo,
Where you at right now with both of them coming back? You were more leaning Canada gone. Butler,
I still haven't
50-50,
changed.
right?
I haven't changed my stance on Canada. I do think, I've personally felt like I've seen enough right now. I feel like I've seen enough, but with Butler, this is the part with him, right? Because that first quarter was great. It was elite. But then we know what that second and third quarter looked like as well. That's Butler. He's the mixed bag. If I had my way, and I don't like this because I'm double biased, because obviously not just the Steelers part, but he was my position coach. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get that part. I would just hope you retire. If you retire, it makes it very simple. Because, it's like, yo, man. Like,
what they did with Bruce Arians.
Yeah, it's like, yo, we appreciate you.
He's been in the league for 12
right?
years since.
It's like, we appreciate you. I don't want you to feel like this is a bad breakup. It's just, we're going to go different directions going forward. I would just hope he would retire. It would be easier that way. Yeah. But I'm asking myself, like, how many more of those can I take, or when does that happen again and come back to bite us? Because think about every game this year that we watched. Every time the defense looked dominant, we could always point to 2 quarters at least where that defense looked like what it did against the Chiefs. Whether we're talking the Seahawks, whether we're talking the
Vikings
Bears,
second half,
we
saw what happened in the first half.
That's what I'm saying.
Vikings game.
I'm just like, bro, like,
Jekyll and Hyde.
We go through these phases where it's like we look like elite, best defense in the league, and then there's times where we're like, yo, they don't even belong on the field right now, and that is why I'm just like, okay, coaching wise, I think of it in the sense of, all right, when things are going bad for you in the middle of a game, sometimes you got to have a built-in call. Like, you know what? This call is going to guarantee something positive happening for us. That's where when I look at with Keith Butler, I'm like, where are those calls at? When you got to have a run stop. Like, where's your go-to call? Like, we should know, like, yo, all right, we know what's coming right here. Or, hey, man, we're not getting any pressure. We got that, but we got that go-to we're going to come with. Like, I never feel like we got that when things get rolling the wrong way. I feel like when it's going good for us, it goes great. But when we start sliding downhill, we don't have that call to just, get us back. Just something to stop the bleeding, something to just get off the field real quick and then reset us. Like, that's why I'm just looking at him like, man, is that asking for too much? I don't know. I don't feel like it's asking for too much.
With Ben, it's looking like 99% not coming back next year. I'm good with cleaning house coordinator-wise then. I don't know who you bring in, though. Do we go out left field here and actually bring in guys outside? Because we don't really have anyone in-house.
Yeah, we
talked about that, right? You brought up Ike Hilliard.
Yeah, that's about Ike Hilliard offensively, Terrell Austin defensively. But other than that, I don't feel like we have the guys on staff right now that we would say,
they're not getting any interviews anywhere else. Who's out there, though? I mean, Peterson, he's going to be in the mix for head coaching job. We already talked about him.
Talked about Leslie Frazier.
There are going to be a lot of these coaches, though, like head coaches that have left, like Vic Fangio. I don't think everyone's going to get that head coaching job back. Yeah. So
when I see people in the chat saying Vic Fangio as well,
right? If he's
Pep
old
Hamilton.
Enough,
I like
he
him.
Might retire. Yeah. I don't know, but
Pep Hamilton's another guy. I can see that.
He was there. Where was he at this year? He was over there for Chargers rookie year with Herbert, right?
He was. I forgot where he was. Somewhere this season though.
Yeah,
I want to say he was somewhere.
He might have been their QB coach. I don't know if he was their coordinator at the time. He might have been, but I think he was with Herbert his rookie season.
Yeah,
and people point to some of his success because of Hamilton being there. Stephon Ball, what's the expectations for this podcast over the offseason? How often do we get this fire content? Thank you, Seven.
Come on, baby. The content keep rolling, man. Just because the season ended does not mean that we have ended, all right? So we're going to keep this thing rolling. At least for February, we'll still be going 3 days a week. You know what I mean? At least for February. Then after that, man, me and Deke, we're going to sit down, talk, and make sure, yo, you know what? Do we want to go 3? Do we want to get 4 too? Maybe give them 4. Who knows? But either way, we will keep y'all updated. But at least 3 shows a week for at least the rest of this month. All right? This month.
The NFL season, right?
Yeah. Up until the Super Bowl, at least.
Yeah. Vince Murray, my guys, hope you guys are doing well. Still driving back to Pittsburgh, even though we lost. Stay safe driving and navigating with your phone there.
And I did see you on TV as well, too, man. I saw you on it was the touchdown.
Oh, was it?
I thought
I didn't see him.
I think TJ gave him the football. I wasn't sure if he did.
Oh.
Yeah, because TJ like goes over and he gives it to somebody in the stand because it was like him and another Steeler guy over there. Everybody else was in the Chiefs stuff. But I definitely saw him. I was like, yo, he's on camera again. Yeah.
Going to KC and watching Ben's last game was legendary, especially when TJ Watt scored a touchdown and celebrated with me. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
right there.
okay. Then so
there
yeah, bro. I definitely saw that then.
It was low yesterday when I was kind of hoping Ben would just get that 3rd touchdown at the end of the game so the stat line would look nice. You know it's getting low. You know your standards have dropped.
I will say this. I know people are going to classify all of his touchdowns and stats as garbage time, but that first touchdown, that was not garbage time.
Which one was that? The Deontay one?
The Deontay one.
Oh, that was
no. That was the James Washington one. The Deontay one was the second one, I believe.
Either of those are both nice.
But I'm talking about the drive itself. Like, I thought the drive was good. I thought that was one of the ones that we actually executed. We made the combat catches. We made guys miss as well. Pat Frymouth had a guy he made miss. Najee, I think, made a guy miss. James Washington had the big catch on the sideline.
Claypool having the combat catch slant across the middle.
For a first down as well. That was a 3rd and 12. Like, I thought on both of the 2 scoring drives, the offense looked really good. The offense looked like what we've seen at times this season. But also like what we've seen at times this season, them sustaining that, right? Claypool making the combat catches, Ben being on target with all of the throws, the O-line protecting varsity. You know what I mean? Like, those are the things that we've seen in spurts we would typically see for a quarter. Best time we've seen, maybe it's for like a half, but like those are the parts where it's just frustrating because it's like
much inconsistency.
Yeah,
and
but
it looked
like
like coming off the bat, a lot of it was miscommunication. No, it was like I definitely felt what is going on
that,
here?
Man. And you would see it, like you would see it on Ben's face, you see it on the receivers' faces, like they just look like they weren't in tune. And I'm just saying to myself, how does that happen? Like, this is the postseason, baby. We gotta be locked in here.
There were several low points for yesterday's game, obviously.
Yeah.
But another one I have to bring up was seeing my mom gradually become a Mahomes fan as the game went on.
Oh no.
It was sad.
How did that happen?
The wows.
Sitting next to you?
The wows, oh my goodness, look at this throw. It was just
she was a little too excited.
Eric, he's a good quarterback, huh?
Oh no. Oh
yeah,
no.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Mr. Steal Your Mama, Mahomes, Lord. Yo, the boy said, man, he stole my mom, bro. My mom was a Ben fan. She was like, I ain't never seen a quarterback look this good before. Then she started watching Mahomes. Who is this young stud muffin here, Lord?
It was tough, dude.
Oh, man. That's wow. Yeah, that's rough, bro.
NSMC99. Well, you know what? I actually want to read this Dulac comment because we were talking about the offense a little bit. Here's the exact comment. After Big Ben led a 75-yard touchdown drive, Collinsworth wondered on TV, where's that been all night? Dulac says this, I'll tell you where. He finally said, heck on those plays. He's getting in his helmet and deciding to do things his way. And he says, trust me. Probably how it should have been all season.
Well, if he could do it consistently enough, they probably would have done it all season, man.
I was thinking that, dude, though, last night.
No.
You know, if you told me this is how the season was going to work out for the offense, I would have just rather had Finkner back. The amount of influence Ben has on the offense with Finkner, just let that happen then. Yeah. Because I felt like it wasn't as bad as this at times. Actually, the offense was actually pretty solid for that season. I know people want to talk about the last, 5 or 6 games, how it started going down, but still, at least Ben was getting the ball out. We were taking our chances with the passes, because the more you do that, the 3-4 yard passes, trying to use that as the running game, the more it gets tipped or something, a pick. We were taking our chances with that. But at this point, I'd take that over what's been happening.
I mean, it's crazy that it came to that, because people were like, anybody but Finkner. I mean, think about it. This
We got
time
new
last
information
year,
now, though.
it was anybody but Fiegner. This time last year, the O-line couldn't be any worse. And, here we are 12 months later, and both of those statements, it's like, dude, yeah, it looks like we did get something worse than Fiegner. It did look like our offensive line was worse this year. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. It was a couple times I'm watching this daggone rush from Kansas City, and I'm like, yo.
Clark was cooking more.
Yes, but still, bro. I don't like the miscommunications up front. Bro,
yeah, the one where Ben snapped it and immediately the dude up the middle gets right to him.
Yo, what are we doing right now, man?
The Trey Turner JC. I even texted you about that. I'm like, who's this one on?
I went back. I kept trying to watch it. Like, I can't tell who was wrong. Trey gave me the vet body language at the end, like he was about to look at the center, but he doesn't point. JC never looks back. So I'm like, I don't know who messed that up, but it was between them two guys because obviously, I mean, like, the slide happens when JC turns to his left. So if he's supposed to be sliding, then Trey got to protect the inside. If Trey sits the way that he sits, though, in terms of taking that step out, I'm like, okay, are you anticipating having help? I don't know, bro.
Trey said he wants to be back.
I'm glad to hear that, though, man.
Might have to compete with Dotson then for that right spot.
He ain't worried about that. Your boy should be worried about that.
Damn, dude.
I mean, you think about it. We had competition for him this year, and your boy went all like haywire, man. It became like the wacky off season, wacky in season. It's like, dang, no competition. He was good. He was fine. Brought a little competition. He lost his mind, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
I'd like Turner back too. Not at the expense of Dotson not playing though.
Well, it's not at the expense if Dotson earns it. I'm all for that. But that's
maybe he
my
could beat
thing,
out
though.
LeGlue then.
Yeah, I'm like, man, if you can't beat out LeGlue, if you can't beat out Trey, then you're not an all-pro like we think. You're not a Pro Bowl like we think. And if you're not those two guys, then yeah, you're not above competition. That's just kind of how I look at it. I'm like, when you get to that range where you're a Pro Bowler, where you're all-pro, and it's like, yo, we can count on this, like, not, oh, you made all-pro, but like Deontay as a return man. It's like, yo, you got all-pro, but it's like, dang, we don't feel confident just putting you back there every snap right now as a return man. It's, yeah. So I'm like, if you're not to that level, at least, like, yeah, bring competition in, make him earn it. And I do think we did not do that, to the extent that I would have liked them to have done it. But new year, man. New year.
Yeah, dude, we should do a topic maybe this week or next week or something. Mm-hmm. Hindsight 2020, what do you do in the offseason? Yeah. We should do that. Like, if we're both allocated like X amount of dollars.
Yeah, how would you do it? Absolutely.
Yeah, who would you draft? Yeah. Who would you resign? All that. That would be fun. Like, what would the roster look like coming into the season if we did that?
Well, we got time. We're going to definitely do it then.
I was thinking that on the way here. I'm like, that should be fun. Like, do we resign James Conner instead? Do you draft Creed Humphrey second? Yeah. Like, what's the type of combinations we could have had?
And you think about how James Washington finished that thing out, man.
James Conner. You talking about Washington?
I'm talking about James Washington. You was talking about James Conner right there. But I was saying just in general, like, because James Washington.
Even Washington.
I mean, you talk about if I had my choice, if I'm a GM, right? Because that would be a part of those decisions as well, right?
You're trading him? Or you're making sure he's getting on the field more?
You see
you're
what
trading Claypool. Whoa.
You putting words in my mouth. That's fine. But you notice why you said it, right? Because Claypool's opened that door. Okay. So
we did talk about it how many weeks ago, right?
That's all. Claypool opened that door with his play. Nobody was talking about Claypool getting traded early in this season. Nobody said anything about that. His play didn't got that got you pulling that up. That's all I'm saying, baby. Think about it.
Yeah, because we were talking about it a few weeks ago. I'm still not for it. I still think he's more valuable than whatever pick you'd get and whatever receiver you'd take as a rookie. I mean, he's proven at least he's a pretty good player in the NFL right now. Not to the level I was hoping yet, though. Yeah. Still not to the level because I do think he has that potential. But you've said it before, it is just potential at this point. Let's see if he's got that third-year leap.
And how do you feel, though, when you watch the Claypool potential, but then you see James Washington coming down with some of these plays?
What the hell, man?
And
those are incredible. When I keep he had a couple of those in the Vikings game.
And
too.
When I keep
granted, Claypool did as well, but
like when I keep going back and I say if you're James Washington, you're pissed because you can't point to either one of those guys and definitively say that yes, they're this much better than you because of this.
Like if he got 100 targets,
right? If he
year,
was getting the
what
same
was his numbers?
Exactly, and I'm like, I do feel like for James Washington, he has a valid case. Because we see him make these plays. We see him have moments. And it's like his sample size is so small. But it's like, why? Like, I don't feel like Claypool plays to a level that is just clear cut. James Washington shouldn't even be considered. I don't feel like Deontay Johnson plays to a level consistently where it's like no James Washington at all. Like, I don't feel like that when I watch Deontay either. And that's why
especially when we had Ray McCloud
right, bro. And that's why I'm just like, man, if you're James Washington, bro, it's like, bro, what else do you got to do? Like, what else you got to do, bro?
Yeah, I saw a tweet earlier today.
Yeah,
I think it actually was from Dulac. It might be the one right before this or right after this, where he says, yeah, Steelers are not expected to re-sign James Washington after the season, mainly because they've never seen enough of the ability he showed on that athletic 15-yard touchdown catch over Mike Hughes. Well, whose fault's that?
Okay.
He hasn't been on the field.
Thank you. Thank you.
But that was probably the least surprising tweet I've seen all day. NSMC99. Deke, we didn't get the win because you didn't predict us winning 27-13. That score's been recently kind of unlucky. It's been hit or miss.
Yeah.
It had its run. Farron Bradford. Also, how could he defend his drops like that? He's talking about Deontay.
Mm-hmm.
I can see if he's in triple coverage like Pat was in Minnesota, but he's dropping routine catches you cannot justify.
Yeah, that's definitely where I fall on that. And that's kind of what I said to you when you talk about him bringing out play call. I'm like, bro, you can't point the finger anywhere else when you are directly responsible for at least two.
One might have been a touchdown. I swear to
like,
God. That slant across the middle, there was no one there. But then also the miscommunication with Ben. I don't know who to blame that on, but still, that could have been a touchdown as well.
Yeah, so it's like the miscommunication, cool, 50-50. All right, we ain't going to put it on either. But you're not going to tell me these footballs hitting your hands. You ain't, like, they're here, bro.
Yeah,
that
those weren't even some of the ones earlier where they're behind. Or
yeah, I'm like, because
that.
We've seen some where Ben is off, and I'm like, okay, that's on Ben. That's not on the receiver. Bro, that wasn't the case with them drops, though, baby. That wasn't the case.
Right in stride.
Yeah, I'm like, if it was an underthrow, okay, I got it. Like, yes, and we saw some of those happen yesterday. It's like, all right, that was an underthrow, cool. The drops, though, they hit him right in the hands, baby. You got to get that. And especially when you're talking about being a wide receiver one, or if you're talking about being a franchise wide receiver, or if you're talking about being a guy that wants to get paid at a higher level. Those are the plays you got to make. You have to, because it kills your offense, it kills your momentum, and it kills your defense because it keeps putting them back out there. So yeah, you got to improve that, baby.
It doesn't feel like we have a receiver on the roster that you'd be willing to give that AB contract to.
Oh yeah, not at all. Not at all.
No way.
Not at all.
Now what would Deontay get? Are you fine with double digits?
Well, the problem is I've seen him too closely. If I'm a different organization, I'll probably give him double digits for the 100 catches, 1,000 receiving yards. But me having watched like every snap and having that like emotional investment with it, I don't feel like he's earned the double digits. I think I would put him anywhere between like that 6 to 8 range personally. But I would also have him on a shorter deal, 2-year type thing, 3-year type thing, and almost like an elongated prove it deal in the sense of like, hey, we're going to pay you good money. We're not paying you wide receiver one money just yet. But this contract is short enough that if you put together, 2 seasons where we feel like we can believe you, we'll tear up that last year and get you that real deal that you're supposed to have. Like, I want to give him a contract like that versus paying him bona fide wide receiver one money just because he had 100 catches and 1,000 yards receiving. That's where I fall on it. What about you though, man?
Bona fide wide receiver one is secretly a need for us this offseason.
Yeah,
it's not easy to
man.
get.
Yeah.
There is one available though, probably on the cheap.
Mm-hmm. I thought he had surgery.
AB84.
I thought he was having surgery. Are we not going with that anymore?
The surgery?
Yeah, because I mean,
what do you mean?
Has he had the surgery yet?
I don't know. Has he?
No, he hasn't just yet. So I'm just trying. I don't know when we want to do this deal with him so he can be ready for the season since he had to have surgery. Because that's what you told me. Because that's what he said in one of them interviews. He said the injury has to have surgery, and you told me we were gonna go with that. So I'm holding with it. So until he has a surgery, I don't know, man. When you might have that surgery too late in the offseason. That might throw us off. So until he has a surgery, I'm waiting.
So there's reason not to believe fully AB side of the story.
I'm just going off of what you told me. You said that was the reason why. Because he said that and you believed him. So I'm going to believe you.
I'm not disbelieving Bruce Arians, though. Trust me on that.
Oh, now you're not going to disbelieve Bruce Arians. Okay.
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Well, I thought you said you believe in AB, though, man.
I don't think he's lying. I do think his story might be kind of skewed.
So we just go.
So
we just go keep waiting on it till that surgery happens. Then
pointing very favorably for him. His story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He has it painted that way.
Which one? Because I keep like it changes every time.
I get it, but
yeah. Which story? Which one are we going? Are we still going with the injury one, or is it the incentive one? Or like I just I don't know.
I think it was all there. It was all there.
Okay.
How he responded to it was not optimal, though, for sure.
Didn't he put out a statement saying something like it wasn't the best response or something like that? Right. Yeah.
Definitely wasn't.
Yeah. It's like, man,
but I do think the target stuff had something to do with it because actually I heard LaShawn McCoy, it was on a TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about when he was with the Bucks, Byron Leftwich, the offense, they would be trying to feed the dudes for incentives.
They did for Gronk. They made a big deal out of it.
So that's why AB was like, where's my incentives? But then you brought up, like, bro, you could have hit your incentives if you didn't miss the 3 games with the whole vaccination card fiasco.
You still had a whole half and a quarter. I mean, a whole half in the game left.
I don't even know what the incentives were. How close was he?
He was close.
Did he need to have like big time yards or something?
No, it wasn't nothing crazy like that. Like, for the 2 games, like, he would have definitely got it. That's what we're saying. And that was the whole thing of, I hear what y'all saying about this incentive stuff, but that doesn't really add up because he still had time. If that was the last game of the year, different conversation. It was like, bro, you got a whole nother game next week. That ain't that difficult to do, man. That's all.
Yeah. Like, I do think he was hurt. To what degree? Probably not that bad if he was out there,
He said surgery. He said he has,
but he hasn't had it. I haven't been keeping tabs on it. Okay.
Yeah. But so I'm just waiting for when the surgery happens. When the surgery happens and I find out he's fully recovered, hey, you know what? Psych eval is good. Go for it, you know? But until that surgery happens, baby, I just, because it's damaged goods, man. Yeah.
My thing is, you know, we're sitting here last offseason, coming into this season, thinking, oh, man, we're set at receivers, you know? Claypool, Deontay, even if we lose Juju this offseason, like, these dudes are young studs. Yeah. One of them's going to emerge. But I think we are sitting at this offseason coming up saying, I don't know if it's enough. We might need to look for a wide receiver 1. Those don't grow on trees, though. I mean.
Nah, you either draft them high, you pay for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But for Deontay, yeah, I'm probably with you. Under $10 million right now.
Yeah, that's definitely
why we need to see no drops next year because I think his drops have been better this year compared to last year.
They increased though at the end of the season, bro.
You're right. It was almost at the same clip as last year.
Yeah, and that was the frustrating part. I'm like, man, how do you go from looking so consistent, so mentally sharp early in the season to back to square one? And you know. Like, that's what it felt like at times watching. It was definitely frustrating, man. Definitely frustrating. But before we go to the next comment, Richard Arbizo and others have been talking about the likes. They've been talking about how it's over 700 people in here.
Oh, damn.
But it's only 159 likes.
We got some real fans in here, man.
You know, we definitely got some real fans. And shout out and salute to every real fan that's up here with us, man. We've been appreciating y'all rocking with us all year long. And we ain't stopping. We keeping it rolling. But we got to get the likes up because that lets YouTube know that y'all like watching the content. That lets YouTube know that, you know what, we should keep doing our lives. You know, that's what all happens when y'all like these streams. So definitely like them. Not for us, for the algorithm. Okay. And for Ben, because, you know, obviously if this is our last recap of a Ben game, then, you know, you should like it up for him. Yeah. So, all right.
I think we're at Let's Go UW. He says players and staff that need to go are as follows. Canada, Butler, Claypool, Turner. And at this point, I'd let Hayden walk and go after J.C. Jackson out of New England. I like that J.C. Jackson are trying to get like a little more of a top-tier corner for sure. I like that idea. Combine him with Akello. That could be dangerous.
Y'all said the cap went up. Can we actually spend that money, please?
That'd be nice.
You know? I mean, New England did that. That's what they did this offseason, and we saw how they changed how their team looked from last year to this year.
Still don't know if they made the best of. I mean, they paid so much for like Aguilar and Kendrick Bourne.
But this is my thing. Like
they knew what they needed. Made an effort at least.
Yeah, they knew what they needed, and it resulted in them at least having a chance to win the division. They were 1 game away from it, and then obviously they ran into a top-notch opponent in the postseason that, you know, some might call a buzzsaw. So I don't fault them for that. I knew people trying to get on Bill. Oh, his Bill lost it. Nah, Bill ain't lost it, you know. Just ran into the better man. It happens, you know. It happens.
They got smoked, dude.
You know, it was on that Patriots pack. It happens like that, bro.
No.
You know how that goes, bro. No. You know, I was on it. I had a Patriots pack over here. I had that Bill pack over here because I still got personal smoke with Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yeah.
Oh,
So it was
no.
good, man. I even saw my old quarterback, Fitz. You saw Fitzmagic, the shirt off in the crowd.
I didn't know if that was him.
That was him. Yeah, that's
I thought it was just a guy with a big
No,
beard,
no,
and they were
no,
calling
no.
him Fitzpatrick as a
No,
joke.
that
He
was-
was legitimately
yeah.
there.
Yeah, it was a good amount of the alumni back up for the game, you know.
Is he a free agent or is he still with Washington?
He was on IR this year because I hurt his hip, so he will be a free agent in a couple of months.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, man. But
It would have been funnier if he actually was still signed with
I
Washington.
was like, man, he might still be getting checks though.
Let me see.
I'm serious, bro.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah,
Let's
but he
be
was
real.
definitely in the crowd. I was like, whoa, all right. And can I also say this?
Okay.
You actually would have been happy, bro.
I don't know about this, but let's hear it.
All of Buffalo were Steeler fans on Sunday. All of Buffalo were rooting for the Steelers. I just want to let you know that.
They wanted to play the Bengals at home.
We were, hey, all of those, Bills fans donned the black and gold Sunday.
No.
They here we go. They had terrible towels. I got text messages from diehard Bills fans saying, "Let's go Steelers, bro." You know what I mean? Like they were on board. And we let them down as well. We had a chance to just steal a whole fan base, bro.
There was a unification.
We had a chance, bro. It was kind of like when you see the Bloods and the Crips when they tie their little flags together, and it's like, oh, they won. And then you still just dropped the ball, bro. We had a chance though, bro. We had a chance.
It used to be neutral, Steelers,
Yeah,
Bills, but it's getting a little hostile over these past couple of years. It's becoming a little bit more of a rivalry. I'm not too fond of Buffalo and the Bills. Really.
Why it's gonna be all that, bro? Don't you direct that evil there, man? You keep it in Cincinnati. You keep it in Cleveland. You even got Baltimore. Hey, we gonna send that energy there, man. We don't have any issues with the Buffalo people. Come on, man. Yeah.
Any team in the Steelers' way got to go down.
They ain't in the way. They just kind of ahead right now. Ain't tripping. Yeah.
Man, this is hurting. Richard Arbiza says, hell of a season, guys. Colbert has his work cut out before retirement. Go after a QB in the free agency and draft O-line, linebacker, and corner in the first 3 rounds. And Juju proved his worth for sure. # here we go. I don't know if Juju proved his worth necessarily from that game.
I would say
I appreciate the effort. I appreciate him being out there.
Yeah. I'm just glad that, he
proved his worth.
yeah.
5-6 million for sure. I mean, that's fine. But not
Is that what you would
10
pay him?
million.
Would you pay him 5-6 million?
Like 5,
So
6.
my question is, if you had to choose between James Washington and Juju Smith-Schuster, 5-6 million, which one would you go?
You think that's Washington's market?
No, I
I
think
think
it's lower.
Yeah, I
I
think you
you
get
get him
Washington
like
for
3
cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to come back. But the smarter move might be Washington if you got him back for like $3 million a year.
Yeah. That's all I was thinking. Just with those two guys, who can give me a little bit more?
The problem is, I guess there's just a little more unknown with Washington. Now, is that good or bad? I don't know. We just haven't played him. Whereas, like, you know what you're getting with Juju at least.
Mm-hmm.
Is he worth that 5? Yeah, I think that's worth 5 at least.
Okay.
Like, I could see a scenario where we resign James Washington.
Yeah.
And we don't play him. That's the problem.
Yeah, that would be nuts. At least we get paid more though. It ain't as bad when you're not playing when you clearing 7. If you're not clearing them 7, then you're just like, bro, what are we doing here right now? Yeah. Speak from experience.
Big Play Zay says 12 gauge buckshot. You don't care who you hit, Moats.
Oh man,
Taking shots. I don't know when that was from. I don't know what you said.
I ain't shoot at nobody. I know some people caught on. I dropped a "we" in there earlier. I know some people had heard that.
I didn't even catch that.
I know, and it was like, "Yo, Deke ain't catch that." I'm like, I know. That's what you're referring to though, because I'm spraying every once in a while.
Is your hat in?
It happens every once in a while, bro.
Is your hat in?
Chill, man, chill. Why you want to do that?
I told you, if you want to be happy, just be happy. Don't let us hold you back. Farron Bradford, you could see it and feel it in this game. Our offense had zero confidence, nor faith in the play calling.
Yeah.
First 2 picks need to be O-line, and watch Najee be the best in the league.
I mean, technically, Najee already up there as one of the best.
He's
definitely.
I think he solidified himself. He's probably top 5 or 6 this year.
No, for a fact, man, he's definitely done. He's done his part. And you did jinx him too, talking about that no fumbles name, just throwing it out there. But
I said that.
I'm always putting on you anytime something bad happens. Somebody got it rolled downhill. So, with that though, I like what you're trying to accomplish. What are we doing as signal caller? Because I feel like with this method, you're sticking with Mason or Haskins. That's my
right.
thing. If you say your first 2 picks are O-line, I could be wrong though. You just let me know. That's my only thing, man. I don't feel like we can solely focus on O-line. I do think, I ain't gonna lie, for me, linebacker, bro, I would like to upgrade it. I really would.
How about this? Right off the top of my head, sign a corner free agency, top tier, maybe like double digits, J.C. Jackson type. Sign one of those guys.
Yeah.
Draft. We gotta assume Tuitt's back. Let's just assume he's back.
I hope so.
Let's just assume that for now, at least.
Yeah, that
we'll
makes
get more
it a lot
information.
simpler. If
it makes it
he's
simpler.
not back, it makes it very complicated.
Yeah. Tuitt's back, and then first 3 rounds you do a combination of inside linebacker and lineman.
Yeah.
We could do that. That's very feasible. But then that's probably relying on Haskins or Mason as the guy.
Yeah, because if you don't go the free agent route with quarterback, which we even said that market right now.
But I don't think we're looking bad like that. I mean,
No.
bring Kello back with that too.
This thing, honestly, bro, we're not gonna have like this team's god awful. We're just gonna run through that phase of either have an elite defense and very, very average offense, or we can have a really good defense and a good offense. Like, we're kind of in that in between because we have enough pieces offensively and defensively. It's like, man, we're missing a stud guy here. We're missing,
the stud
we want to
receiver.
upgrade a little bit here. Like, that's where we're at right now. So like I said, it's not the end of the world, but if we don't do it right, it could just prolong that next run where we're like, all right, we back. Like, that's the thing. We're trying to just make it as efficient and as smooth as possible. That's the real goal, man.
Caleb Cool.
Oh, Lord.
Comment.
Y'all taking a shot at me. Oh, Lord. Come on, man.
Moats low-key asking for that Chiefs pack, Deke. He wants it for the win, for when the Bills win.
It's planning ahead, bro.
You told me to toss it out. I'm tossing that thing out as soon as I get home.
I'm planning ahead. I figure we're going to get the upset in Tennessee, and then after that, me and you will be up in the 7-1-6 next week, man. What you think, bro?
I can't go up there, dude.
What you mean? They showed you hospitality up there, bro.
I'll be miserable, dude.
Are you serious? You don't like it? Last team was like you had a good time, bro. Well, the fourth quarter you had a really good time.
Yeah. Obviously the Steelers were playing. I mean, I'm not completely opposed going to like a neutral game where neither of my teams are playing.
That's neutral.
I'm not rooting for it. I'll just be there.
That's neutral then.
And I think I'll get miserable at certain points.
No, it's neutral. The atmosphere, bro.
If you guys are getting too happy, I'm gonna be miserable.
If you guys, what do you mean, you guys? What do you mean, you people?
I just feel like.
What do you mean, Deke?
I feel like you'll be happy.
Moi?
If Josh Allen scores a touchdown, I think you'll be smiling.
Listen,
maybe jumping up and down a little.
Listen. We're playing the game of who's going to have, is it going to be more incompletions than touchdowns this week? Like, we just don't know. Are we going to punt this week? You just never know. Yeah, they said last week the man had five.
You're sounding cocky here.
No, but this is like it's a reaction. The dude did throw 5 touchdowns and he had 4 incompletions. I've never seen that before. It was just kind of weird for me. Like, he had more touchdowns than incompletions. That was kind of weird, bro. And he threw the ball, 30 plus times.
He played really good.
That was weird, man. I've just never seen that. Like, it was pretty dope though. But I ain't tripping on that, bro. Another day in the office, man.
They are on the road, KC, this week.
Yes.
Oh, and you're saying who's playing
Tennessee,
Titans? Buffalo or the Bengals?
Bengals,
and the Bengals would go up to Bills if you beat KC.
Yeah. Now, why you gotta say if you beat KC? See, here you go. Come on, man. Bro, that pitch is black.
All right.
Okay. 5-5. It's not blue.
Wait, what's the
5-2.
shirt? Is there some double meaning with this shirt
No, it's just paid in full, bro. Like, come on, man. I'm just paying in full, bro.
I don't know what that is.
You know what I'm saying, man? Anybody that know the story, you know what I'm saying? It was some 2-time going on. You know what I mean? He thought his allegiance was with this group, and then my man was like, you know what? I'm gonna just pop you, take this from me, and I'll be all right. So you know what, man? Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Let's go, Buffalo. No? All right. Anywho.
I'm not feeling that. You're actually thinking about going up if that all happens.
I haven't even got that far, honestly.
You might as well.
No, for me, the only time I thought of it was if the Steelers would have won. I was like, if Steelers win 2 times, then they would face the Bills in the AFC Championship game, but it would be in Buffalo. And that was where I was like, yo, if it's their Bills Steelers, I was like, yo, I'm definitely pulling up.
Yeah.
But when the Steelers lost, I was like, man, it don't feel the same for me. That's all.
You have to deal with the snow and stuff.
Yeah, like I would drive there if I'm getting Bills Steelers. Like, I don't know if I want to.
Bills Bengals.
I don't know. I don't feel as compelled. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's all.
More storylines
Yeah.
with the Bill Steelers.
Yeah, and it's like I said, like I'm directly like this is a day-to-day thing Steelers wise. You know what I mean? Like it just hit different. That's all.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Black and Martyr, just chipping in. Not much to say that other people already haven't said. Gonna be interesting next season, to say the least. Yeah, it will be interesting.
Nah, seriously.
Thanks for the time you both put in.
Nah, man, we
No
appreciate you, man. Always being up here with us as well. Did we skip? Did you get to Barilla 92 yet?
I might have skipped some people.
Okay.
I might have, yeah.
After Caleb Cole,
I'm
you
at
had
Q
Barilla
now.
90.
I'm at Q now, so
Okay.
I might have missed some stuff.
Let me see how far down is.
There's a lot of super chat. There's a ton, man.
Oh yeah, you're at Q. Okay, yeah, I will catch us up there. It must have
We're
definitely
basically
been.
hitting on everything.
No, we
man,
are. But this is
as
what,
these
you know,
go.
this is how we've started our new version of the recap, because we feel like, you know, y'all do have a lot of feedback, and a lot of it is actually good feedback. So this is kind of how we, you know, allow y'all to like lead us in the conversation, man. And then whatever we don't hit in supers, I always have my own notes over here.
Right.
And it's like, you know what, I want to talk about this as well. But Barilla 92, he says, I'll say it. I'm sorry for your loss, Moats. Thank you. It hurt so bad. Even if you're not that sad about it. Wow. Whoa, what type of backhand compliment? This is nuts.
Oh, no.
Looking forward to the draft and free agency. Thank you, 7. Wow, Barilla 92. I never thought it would be you. I thought we were connected.
Barilla 92
Come
even.
on,
yeah,
man.
that's true.
Like that cut a little deep. Okay, Barilla, that cut a little deep. Anywho, Luke Walker says Russell Wilson is tweeting an awful lot about the Steelers. Got the eye emojis. I guess I'll join Moats on the Bills train for the rest of the playoffs. So it goes like this. The Bills make me want to shout, throw my hands up and shout, kick my feet up. Just for anybody that was looking for answers, I was just trying to give that out, you know. Not that I'm recruiting. I don't recruit. I don't do that. I was just, you know, I like to just give people information. That's all.
Right.
I like to give them information. But yeah, with the Russ situation, obviously we're definitely gonna dive into the quarterback stuff heavy as this thing progresses even more, because as it stands today, we still don't have an official announcement from Ben that he's retiring. We still have not got that just yet. I know all signs are pointing to it,
You've
but
gotten his comments even from last game. I guess he wants to make the official retirement announcement on its own, you know, in a week or two, a month, whatever it is.
So I'm going to definitely respect that part as a guy who, you know, wanted to make sure his announcement was done a certain way. I respect that for 7 as well. So until we get the official announcement, I don't want to, you know, start preparing for Russ and who else could come in until we get that part. Just out of respect for the homie.
Well, not only that, you saw at the bottom of the ticker over this weekend that the Seahawks are moving forward with leadership they have.
Yeah, and that changes some stuff.
It said, and it included Russell Wilson. It said Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll, and I guess their GM.
Yeah, because those were the 3 where you were asking yourself, okay, has this run its course? But the difference was the final 2-3 weeks, the offense looked really good. I think they scored 50 points. I know in the finale, they might have did it back to back.
Well, they did it in the
Detroit
Lions
as
game.
well.
It was like 50, and then they had a good game against the Cardinals.
So I think a lot of this new found happiness out there is related to that. Whereas when the reports were coming out more so about them, you know, being disgruntled and potentially this being it was in the midst of them losing all of those games where, you know, for Russ and for Pete Carroll, those guys have never had to deal with that. But we also know that Russ has been hurt. We know that they're still going through a transition defensively in terms of rebounding from the Legion of Boom era. They still haven't successfully come back from that just yet. They've tried to, you know, bring in the best safety in the nation, but he turned out to not be the best safety in the nation. So, you know, they got some other stuff they got to figure out there.
Maybe Russ is going through the same thing as Rodgers, where you're thinking to yourself, where else am I going to find something better?
Mm-hmm.
There's talks about him going to the Giants as one of his teams. The
better,
Bears, I think, were on his list. Mm-hmm. The Raiders, but they're probably just going to stick with Carr. Yep. The Saints is the only team, but at the same time, it's like Saints didn't even make the playoffs. Now, they have a top 5 coach in Sean Payton.
Love their
But
defense.
You have that with the Seahawks already.
Right. And they already love you there, and you already have your legacy there, and you don't have to worry about going there and try to get out the shadow of Drew Brees. Because as soon as you go to New Orleans, it's going to be no different for the next quarterback that comes here in Pittsburgh. You're forever in the shadow of that legend until
Yeah.
you surpass him. That's just how it goes. So I'm with you though, bro.
And that's what Rodgers has to be thinking now too. It's like, where am I going that's better than this right now? They surrounded him with so much talent.
How many years now in a row, not just playoff contenders, but NFC Championship game?
You have that wide receiver one that we were talking about in Devontae Adams.
You got it. Your O-line. They've done a good job of bringing guys in. Defensively,
they were hurt this year too. They played really good this year.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right. Next up we have is Ramsey Salah. Ramsey Salah. He says, what players will still be on the team next year? Now, Ramsey, we're actually going to do one of these topics, not today, later in the week or potentially next week, where we will talk about all of the unrestricted free agents, because those are the guys you're referring to right now in terms of potentially being on the team or not next year, along with some guys we think could be cap casualties or surprise cuts. We will definitely get to that. We're not going to do it on today's show, but we will be getting to that within the next week or so. So yeah, definitely. I'm glad you brought that up though, man. All righty. Tristan Middleton. At this point, I'd rather see the Bills. I don't know why he typed that in there like that. He'd rather see the Bills win a Super Bowl once the Steelers are out. I always want the team that has the least Super Bowl wins to win. You know what? I appreciate that. I can understand that. It's kind of like charity, right? You know, when we're in a position like how the Steelers are, we got so many Super Bowls. Hey, we don't mind if a Buffalo Bills team were to go ahead and win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, that's not going to hurt anything. We got 6 of them, right? You know what I mean? It's all right. We can give up one.
With the snow yesterday, I already mentioned I got to watch the game with my mom, and she was asking me kind of at the end of it, like, oh, who do you want to win the Super Bowl? I was like, I don't care. And then she said,
if you had
wait, but like, who would you like to see? And I'm like, I don't care. I just don't care anymore. You say, hey, I'm going to sit back, watch TV. Hopefully good football is going on. Hopefully exciting football happens. That's all.
Brady wins another Super Bowl. You good with that still?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right, bet.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me, dude. I'm not.
Oh,
that's just where I'm at, man. It's just there's no these seconds. I can't do it. I can't do it,
bro.
What? What's going on?
I get it, man.
What are you reading into?
It's all good, man.
What?
He said, his dog is out the race now, so he don't care about him anymore.
Who?
He said, you know what? 7 can't win any more Super Bowls. Can't get that MVP anymore. You know what? I don't even care about quarterbacks anymore. Deke a big running back guy all of a sudden now. I don't know if y'all realize that. Deke said, I love running backs. He's been coming in here talking about Najee. Najee is his new 7. That's what he told me. I don't know if y'all noticed just yet. I can understand it.
Well, listen, dude. We got to see how the offseason plays out. But you know what I said? When was it? In August during the softball tournament. Yeah. You know what I said? I said Haskins. So
you said it, bro. It's on tape. Yeah, you definitely said it, bro.
So if Ben retires,
you're a Haskins guy.
Get the hashtag going. Haskins is the hair.
You said it. Haskins is the hair. Let's got a hashtag.
I told you, we got to see how things play out. We got to see how. But if it's like Mason versus Rudolph QB competition, I'm starting that bandwagon.
That is funny, bro.
Starting that bandwagon, and I'm sincere about that, because if it is Haskins versus Mason, or what did I say that right? Haskins versus Mason.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Haskins. I'd rather see the upside. I really would.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Whew. All right. Steeler Nation on fire. He says, in that game, would you rather have Juju in that game or Tuitt and Tyson?
Tuitt and Tyson.
Yeah.
That's not even a question.
Yeah. Tuitt and Tyson.
Tuitt and Tyson. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's not even a close deal.
I don't have to see the bag flip. I don't have to see the big man touchdown. Dude, they was just over here just like touchdown bingo on us, bro.
If it was just Tuitt, I'd say Tuitt.
Yeah, just any of them.
You're giving me both of them. Jeez.
Yeah, bro. I don't want
Hell
much.
Of a deal.
Just one of them. Yeah. Whew. Let's go UW. Shout out to Let's Go UW. He says, what do you feel about the mixed packages on third down? Not being dimed during the first quarter. And second, why the heck are we throwing a deep shot on 3rd and short? Just run the ball. Yeah, the mixed packages on defense. This the coordinator talk with Butler. Defensively, I don't know. At times, like I said, it was working. At times, I thought we had a good plan in place. I just don't know if, they felt that, man, we're not going to be able to sustain this for 4 quarters. We need to get something else going right now. We need another spark. We need to just continue to strike while the iron's hot. I don't know. Was it greed? Was it fear? But there was definitely a difference from that first quarter, especially in that second and third quarter where things got bad for us. And then offensively, yeah.
If there wasn't the miscommunication, that could have been a touchdown, though.
Or if it wasn't drops. That's the other part as well. Like, I think of some of that stuff. I'm just like, I get what you're saying. I do, but we just got to execute better. That's what I think it boils down to. Even when we talk about the defense, some of the stuff, yes, the Chiefs did figure out when we switched, our approach defensively. But the other part of it, and this is why I said it was a mixed bag on Butler, the other part is, bro, our tackling was atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
You watch us trying to tackle guys in that second, third quarter, man. We had so many missed tackles, D-line, linebackers, corners, safeties. Like, that was the other part that was killing us. Arm tackles. That was the other part. You watch a guy catch a pass, and it's like, okay, it's one thing to catch a pass, and I get it, man. He's Kelsey, he's a good player. Pringle, they're gonna get open. I get that, but you got to tackle these guys afterwards.
That one
That's
play,
my
he flew
part, bro.
right past Sutton and Spillane like it was nothing.
I'm like, bro, you got to tackle. Or you talk about the Travis Kelsey touchdown before the half, and it's like, man, I'm looking at Trey Norwood, I'm looking at Edmonds, and I'm like, bro, why do y'all look like y'all jogging right now? Like, those are some of my issues. You know what I mean? Like, less about the package, more about just do the routine things routinely. If he catches the ball, who cares? Just tackle him. If you tackle him, you make them have to snap the ball again. We talked about that as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
The slow bleed. It's hard to slow bleed when you got missed tackles. It's hard to slow bleed when you got missed assignments as well. And we had both of those things happening too many times in that second and third quarter when the game was really getting out of hand.
Yeah, there's no slow bleed whenever they're scoring like 2 minutes apiece.
Like, seriously, it was out of control, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let's go UW. He also spent the block and said, in terms of who to replace the OC in DC, I say Vic Fangio for defensive coordinator and maybe try to get Dan Mullins for offensive coordinator or bring back Todd Haley.
Mullins? I mean, I don't know about that. You talking about the college guy? Mississippi State and then Florida head coach? I don't know about that one. Did he have any success as a coordinator? Was he in the pros as coordinator, then jumped to college?
See, I don't know enough about him.
I don't either.
I just remember him as the head guy at Florida. Yeah.
I don't think he's done that well at Florida. I mean, that's why they fired him this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he's getting thrown in the mix. Maybe he's got a reason, though.
Haley,
I'm all for Haley coming back. I'm all for that. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Well, we just got to wait to see what this announcement, Once the announcement happens, then we'll go ahead and pop up the Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance. You know what I mean? Like, then we can go there. But until we get the announcement, we just going to leave that. We don't want to jump to that too quick because we can mess it all up.
DC Fangio. He's pretty old. Is he going to retire?
I don't know. I mean, because that's
who does Tomlin have connections to? Like, big names that he has connections with?
Nobody from under him. That's part of the issue, though. It's like
Frazier. Where's he at right now?
He's in Buffalo, but he's getting interviewed for head coaching jobs. Chicago.
He would have made sense because he had some. He was
Vikings.
I know Tomlin was up with the Vikings.
Yeah, but the Bears have already requested to interview him for a head coaching spot.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the part with him. Let me think who else was a DC. Somebody just got fired actually, bro.
Well, Flores, he's gonna probably be with the Texans, maybe.
Yeah.
If he goes to the Texans, does Deshaun Watson stay?
That's the interesting part because for Deshaun, he definitely said he doesn't want to play for the organization anymore.
Oh, he doesn't like the owners.
Like, yeah, he doesn't like the ownership, the organization part. But if you bring in his coach, because that was why he wanted to go to Miami, that is intriguing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seemed like Flores wanted Watson from all these stories that are coming out.
Yeah, definitely is looking like that. Now, Vegas Cut 702 brings up a name. He says, what about Marvin Lewis?
For what, DC?
Yeah.
Or is he offense guy? Yeah, he's DC.
Yeah.
Is he?
No.
He's just been the Bengals head coach for so long. I don't know what he specializes in.
If I remember correctly, I can't remember if it was him.
He has a connection with Cowher.
It's either him or Hugh Jackson. They were out.
No, he was one of our coaches, right?
Yeah, Marvin. Marvin's a DC. Marvin's a defensive guy. Marvin was out in Arizona State. He was out there with Antonio Pierce and Herm Edwards coaching out there. Yeah, because Hugh just took the job to go down to one of the 1AA's. I think it was Grambling State, HBCU.
Maybe that's not terrible. Yeah. Linebackers coach with the Steelers in 92.
That's what it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I remember correctly, the past 2 years, I think it was, he's been at Arizona State. 2 or 3 years.
Really? Arizona State?
Yeah, check it out. Yeah,
with Herm Edwards.
With Herm Edwards, because him and Antonio Pierce were co-defensive coordinators out there, if I remember correctly.
I guess I don't mind it.
Yeah.
it's a big name. Does it get you enthused though? It's not like one of the hot young coordinators that you're bringing in.
But
though.
I want it from a nostalgia point because he was here already when the team was. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, Sun Devil
because he was
same.
here. Yeah. Well, because him and Antonio Pierce, the linebacker for the Giants, that hurt his neck. Played there for like 10 years. Yeah, they're co-DCs out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, Donald Copeland says, what about Rex Ryan?
Oh, yeah, I like him.
I ain't gonna lie, I would love him too.
Oh, yeah.
I know for me, I loved Mike Pettin, and Mike Pettin was like an understudy of Rex, and I'm like, if you're anything and that's Rex, like, bro,
Rex Ryan. Yeah. I mean, those Ravens defense, obviously had the Jets right as the head coach.
How you feel about the personality, though?
No, I'm fine with it. I think it could help, actually, if anything. I mean, if he's the DC, Tomlin's the head guy.
Yeah.
Because you never heard any problems with him as the DC with the Ravens.
Yeah, but that was before he became like the big,
big
personality.
What I'm wondering though is he gonna jump off TV right now like that?
Yeah, he's a big personality now. Though,
he's gonna be second fiddle to Tomlin here in Pittsburgh.
That's my only thing.
I would assume he'd come back for a head coach, not a DC or OC. Or wouldn't be OC obviously, but yeah. I don't think he'd come back as a secondary coach.
But I think he would definitely fit. Like his style of defense fits our personnel as well. Because Mike Zimmer, I see people talking about him. Bustify, Adam
you
Knuckle,
brought up 4-3.
That's my only issue with Zimmer is the 4-3. It would take probably a full year to 2 to switch our personnel to fit that style of defense. And with that, I mean, like I said, transitions just sucks because you'll see, guys playing well, but you also feel like, man, that guy still looks like he's out of place. And that's just the only thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Marvin Lewis, though, that's kind of interesting though, man.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Definitely not bad.
Yeah. Oh, Richard got on me too, man. He says, of course, Moats would love Rex Ryan because he got that Bills tie. I forgot he was coaching up there, but that was after the fact, and he ain't even we don't even view him as like Bills. I mean,
I think of him more with the Jets those
Ravens,
defenses. Yeah, definitely Ravens.
Yeah, man, he ain't a Bill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, where
Jim
we at?
Caldwell. I'm just looking on this website saying like head coaching candidates, new coordinator candidates and stuff. I'm seeing some bums. I'm seeing some guys from the Giants. Wow, how are they getting hired? Bieniemy, but he's going for a head coaching job. He's not going to be Kellen Moore. He's kind of probably going to be going for a head coaching job, maybe.
Yeah,
he's the offensive coordinator for Dallas, so he wouldn't jump OC to OC, right?
And it's like, man, with Kellen though, I'm excited about him, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Todd Bowles would be nice.
He would be nice. Where's he at right now? Is he
Tampa?
Yeah.
You got Dable up with the Bills.
Bro,
he's going to be going for a head coach.
Yeah, Dable's already scheduled.
Jared Mayo.
I forgot who he's. Yeah, I think he's gonna try to get a head coaching
spot
spot too. I think Houston was talking about him.
They were.
Yeah, because he has
inside linebackers coach though, right? The head coach.
But he's not just inside linebackers coach. He is the game day play call. Game day, he does the calls.
Really?
Yeah, kind of like Butler and Tomlin. Yeah, he's the game day play in and play out guy.
Why don't they have him as
DC? I don't know, but that's that. Like I had to look it up, but that's definitely what it said though. Yeah.
Because he got promoted, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I remember us talking about it. It was
one of our
it was one of our earlier podcasts. We were like, wait, Gerard Mayo is actually coaching the Patriots?
Bro, but
he's really young.
But check this out, though. San Fran, D'Amico Ryan. That's the DC out there.
Oh, is he?
He used to play with the Texans. I was talking to my wife. I'm like, bro, I remember like when the Texans first started and he was one of their linebackers. Me and our brother like, yo, I like this cat. And they had Ryan Moats. I'm like, yo, this is kind of dope out here, man. Maybe bring him over here. What's up?
Yeah. I think it's all going to depend on Tomlin connections. I mean, do we even fire Butler?
Seriously,
it might just be Butler coming back. Maybe it's more OC this offseason.
Yeah.
We'll find out, though. I'd assume over these next couple of weeks. Because last year, whenever we got bounced, I mean, there was information coming out immediately
right away,
on a bunch of stuff.
Definitely was. All right, Tommy Vincent says, who would you like to see at quarterback next year? And who do you realistically think will play? I would like Russell Wilson, but I think it's going to be Mason. Now, I said we've been talking about it a little bit. That's still one of the ones that, man, we just going to take a little bit of time with that.
Like, we don't even know. He's probably not available right now.
Right. We still got to wait to get more information right now, man. Yeah, that's the only thing with that. But trust me, the more information we get, and we're going to talk about that anyway, within the next couple weeks anyways, but we just got to get more info because right now we don't have any of that info just yet. It's still fresh, still fresh. Seasons just ended.
Yeah.
Some seasons are still going on though. But this one has just ended. Man.
You don't got to remind me.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I felt like it was my duty. I gotta like. They say like when you're in the radio biz, you gotta like update people. Like, we're talking about the Steelers.
Oh, like whenever you have Banner on or something.
Yeah,
we're talking
like,
to Zach Banner right now.
yeah.
Like after the third question or something.
It's like,
you
hey
do it
guys,
again.
we're talking about the postseason, the games from the Super Wildcard weekend, Saturday night. How that went. Sunday night. How that went. Even looking for it next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that type of stuff, man. All right. Scott Mitchell says, don't want to see another go route on 3rd and 2nd ever.
Unless it's AB.
Yeah.
AB or Martavis.
Ain't that the truth, right? Sheesh. Hey, hell. And I want to say Collinsworth definitely hit I hate to say it, but Antonio Brown would have caught that one.
Did he say that?
I felt like I heard him say that.
I mean,
bro.
I was thinking it.
I felt like I heard him say that at one point. I could be wrong, but I felt like I heard it. And I instantly was like, you know what? You ain't lying, bro. You're not lying.
AB on those little drag routes and hook routes, he'd be amazing right now.
I do feel like you said it. I'm just throwing it out there. All right. Juicebox 32 says smash that like button. All caps, by the way. He says 600 plus people. Yeah, yes, indeed. And nowhere near that many likes. 3 biggest moves the Steelers need to make this offseason, excluding the draft. And they did confirm, yes, he did say that.
Who?
Yeah, Collinsworth last night about the AB. I knew I wasn't tripping,
Good for
bro.
him.
I was about to say, I definitely heard him say that, man. But anywho, in terms of what do we think the 3 biggest moves are, or the 3 biggest needs that the Steelers need to make, excluding the draft, knee-jerk reaction right now, I would say new OC, quarterback definitely.
You're saying quarterback free agency?
Well, because it said not including the draft. So what I say are 3 needs, not including the draft. Like, I don't want to draft any of those quarterbacks personally. Not right now. I tell you, it might change the more I go back and watch them. And now that the season for the Steelers is over, I can go back and watch. Why you look like that, bro? I just said the season's over, bro. What you mean? The season's over.
There's
for the Steelers,
too much emphasis for it.
Well, I didn't want to just say the season is over because it's still games. It's a game on tonight. It's a team that's playing tonight.
Penguins?
I got to switch my hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the red out.
Penguins playing tonight?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Another Pittsburgh
One of them
team?
bird teams. It's all good, man. So I just got, I ain't want to confuse anybody. That's all. I'm real big on transparency.
The thought of free agent quarterback, though, versus maybe some of the other positions.
See, because for me, if I'm going to try to upgrade my quarterback this offseason, I would much rather go free agency veteran route than trying to draft one of these guys. I'd much rather want to save O-line or linebacker for draft. That's why when he was like excluding the draft, what do I think is a big deal for the offseason? That's why I was like, I feel like, you got to do the whole coordinator thing offensively. I think you got to get a quarterback as well.
Quarterback, are you thinking a guy just to bring in for competition?
That's why I haven't really draw that line in the sand just yet. But this is still early. That's why I said knee-jerk reaction. Yeah. Because when you sit down and we go back and look, and then we actually know who all will be available on the market quarterback-wise, that could change. I might say, hey, you know what? I think that the quarterback draft class is better than the free agency quarterback class.
Or
but
even
if I'm watching
with Mason and Haskins is better than signing someone.
Right. But if I'm watching and I'm like, whoa, this quarterback is available now. Well, yeah, I'm going to say, you know what? Spend the money to get this guy. Spend the money to get a veteran cornerback because we don't draft corners that well and go that way. But like I said, you're asking me the day after the season just ended for the Steelers. And that's the part for me where I'm just like, it's still a little early, baby.
Speaking of quarterbacks potentially being available, I know he has 1 year left on his deal, but how about in that 49ers-Cowboys game? Jimmy G went from being traded for peanuts.
You saw it, right?
To, wow. Could he lead them on the run? Could he actually be their starting quarterback next year?
You saw it, right?
Will they trade Trey Lance, maybe?
You definitely saw it as well. Because that's the thing, though. But that's Jimmy G, though. Jimmy is that quarterback. That's the Kirk Cousins, though. That's the Tannehill. They're going to be really good when they're really good. They're going to flirt with elite at times, but we know the shoe will fall. And when that other shoe falls, we know what it looks like. That's why they're not viewed as franchise quarterbacks. That's why, when you pay these guys $100 million contracts, we critique them so much. because their play is very inconsistent at times. I mean, like I said, in that game yesterday, Jimmy looked really good, but we also know at times where it doesn't like that for Jimmy. And that's why you get those type of debates about him as well, man. But that was a good question right there. I like that juice box. All right, Steve _ Dad Dig.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Oh, how you pronounce that?
Deke.
Oh, Deke. Okay.
Yeah.
Steve _ Deke3. Man, see, if the chat was popping right, you could read this off,
him.
man.
Yeah, it's
Steve
that's definitely him.
With a name like Dadick, I would say I feel like it's like DeClaven.
Yeah,
it's like one-offs. I like that. Well, shout out to you, man, for tuning in there, baby. He says, was hoping for an NFL street glimmer of hope, but it never came. Ugly loss. Bring back AB. Mason to AB will make Deke say Ben who?
Oh, get out of here.
Yikes.
Get out of here.
Is his love for AB more than for Ben? Let me find out. I mean, if that's the case, I don't fault you. I understand, bro.
Nah.
That was always the discussion, right? Who was the reason for the success, AB or Ben? They said AB went elsewhere and won a Super Bowl. That's what they said. So they said he holds his argument's a little more valid. That's what they're saying, bro. That's what they're saying, bro.
It's the fourth option. Well, there's a few things in that comment. He brings up the NFL street glimmer of hope.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I told you that's one of our traditions for kind of like Christmas Eve when the family gets together. We'll break out NFL Street. So what will happen in Street is like if you get up early, like 21-0 or something like that, it's usually the computer will start giving the other team opportunities to get back in the game, and it'll be some stupid shit like you just hand the ball off, it's an automatic fumble. Got you. So it's like a glimmer. It's a glimmer of hope for the team that's up 21-0 because you think you got the game locked up, then all of a sudden it's tied up 3 minutes later because NFL Street just wants to be a close game. So that's what he was hoping was going to happen with the Steelers Chiefs. And what he say? He said bring back AB. I mean, I'm for
AB
that.
to Mason make you forget about Ben, man.
That's not true, but I am about the Steelers winning games. And that would help the Steelers win games.
I could dig it.
You said AB and Mason had a connection, huh? Or they were cool with each other.
I mean, yeah, I didn't see them having any like issues, no ill will. No, nothing like that. And even when the departure happened, they still remained in conversation. But he's definitely a loose cannon right now, bro.
Like it doesn't matter how connected he is with any quarterbacks or how
I don't trust him.
Friendly you think he is, because we thought him and Brady was like the best of the best.
Bruh. Yeah. He's like
there's no way that could be inseparable. Like
he's the Viper. That's that. He the new Randy Orton, man. Hey, what is that? Oh, here he goes. He's sliding by RKO. That's AB right now. He gonna be. Hey Mason, what's up, buddy? Hey, you throw me that rock, Mason? Oh yeah, it's good, huh, Mason? What is he? Is he? By God, RKO AB on Mason. Like that's what it's gonna be, bro. No, man. When he did that to Tom, I said, oh no, man. If you do it, Tom, you do it to anybody, bro. Like, I understood the whole Ben dynamic. Okay, cool. You want to go there? Go there. I get it. I see it. Okay, cool. But, bro, you can't do that now. What was Car? I thought it was ABDC with the whole damn car. The boy give you a nickname and still, hey, Car, walk 10 yards and turn around. All right? Bow! Shot him at 9. Can't help himself.
So there's no one right now. I mean, he could go to the Packers with Rodgers. Same thing could happen. Russell Wilson with the Seahawks.
Don't trust it, bro.
What do you trust? I mean, he's kind of boys with Lamar Jackson. Got his cousin.
If I'm Baltimore, I don't touch it. I don't want any parts of it, bro. Like, why? That thing is a ticking time bomb. He's become T.O. He has successfully crossed into T.O. range now, bro. Think about T.O. got to the point where he was so volatile, even though you knew he could still get it done. You knew he could still ball. It was like, yo, we cannot bring this guy in the locker room right now, bro.
He was low key up in Buffalo though.
No, he was. Bengals. Being like, I liked him in Cincinnati because see, I missed him in Buffalo. I came up there the year after he left, but I played against him in Cincy, and I'm like, bro, him and Ocho, that was stupid out there what they were doing, bro.
They didn't have a good team because I think that defense was kind of shit.
Defense was weak, bro.
But yeah, him
bro,
and Ocho
Cedric
actually
Benson
had a good season.
was toting that rock. Oh God.
Top 3 toughest RBs.
Hey, y'all know how I feel about him, bro. It ain't many in my career that put on most time on the back side, all right? Or that made me look at life and say, you know what? Maybe I'm not as good at this football thing as I tell myself. It's only been a couple of guys. He was one of them. Okay, R.I.P. He was definitely one of them, though, man. All right.
I'm still at Q.
We're good. We're good. I'm almost there. We got like 4 away. So, yeah, you know, we checking this one step at a time. You know, they say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. That's what they say, man. So, you know, we're just going to keep stepping. Bang, 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 bang. and a postseason run. Just got to keep stepping one game at a time. One game at a time. Let's keep it going, baby. I'll see you next week in Kansas City. He says, how about Ben for offensive coordinator?
No, get out of here.
I thought you said you like when he calls the calls. Jerry even backed it up, right?
He's
got
to be the quarterback,
Deontay
too.
had an issue with it. Just let him come in the coordinator, bro.
No,
Just,
come on.
Ben, draw it up in the sand.
Is Ben doing that? We all know there's no shot.
Ben, the way you draw it up in the sand, just draw it up in the sand for 4 quarters. Just call it in on the microphone.
If he's doing that, he needs to be the quarterback.
You said he did it in 18, remember? With Mason
18?
and Duck. Mason and Duck, you said, 19. Mason and Duck, when they would be out there and he was on the sideline, they was like, oh, and he had the big monster arm brace on. And he wore it on the outside so everybody could see it. And he was like, yo, he got this headset on. He got this arm brace on. Like, what's going on here? They're like, yeah, anytime. Oh, Mason played good. Well, it's because they unplugged feet in his headset. And that was Ben calling them calls.
No,
Duck played good.
That was Ben in 2020.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
People were saying that. So if that's the case, yeah, he can come back and be OC, man.
He got to be throwing the rock, too.
Son, be the OC, bro. I think the performances were actually better when he was just calling it. No? All right. Just, worth a debate.
That's not. I don't think that's really what he's going for.
It was a
coming
product
back
from
as an OC.
him calling the
That's
calls.
like whenever someone said, could Ben just come back as the backup and mentor the next guy? No, get out of here.
He don't want to be he don't want to do that?
No. There's no way.
Paying it forward? He don't want to pay it forward? So
I don't know what Ben's
too
thinking.
big to pay it forward? Is that what you're telling us? Ben's too good to say, hey, let each one teach one, know? He can't go out here and help out the youth, the future leaders of our nation. He can't do that. Is that what you're telling us today,
I know
man?
where you're getting at.
Come
we all know
on,
the
man.
real answer. I mean, come on. Ben's not doing that type of shit. The GOATs aren't doing that. Ben ain't doing that.
Ben
Brady,
trying to turn
Rodgers,
Mason
they're not
into
coming back as
money-making
backups.
Mason.
No way.
He gonna make him into money-making Mason. Okay?
No,
That's what he's gonna do. So, guys, I like that, actually, man.
That's not what the GOATs do.
OC.
That's not what the GOATs
Come
do.
on, bro.
You don't come back as backup
Well,
QB.
come back and be front office then. Go like Elway.
Oh, sure.
Go front office.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go front office.
I'm good with that. Yeah, OC doesn't really make sense either to me, but
okay.
Front office, yeah.
Front office.
I could see it. I don't know. Is that his vibe though, Ethan? I could see him just going, like, we might not hear about him for like a few
I feel
years.
more of that round.
Might just be golfing every day or something.
Yeah, golfing, family stuff. Yeah, I think that route, bro.
That's what I would guess. Because I don't think he's going to go to TV.
Maybe podcasts. He does do, like, he does.
Oh, yeah, he's got his own
He
little
got the
thing
little
going.
one thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that'd be his route. I don't know. I mean, it's cool to do it. Kill some free time. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. The Brobarian, though. The Brobarian says, I remember a documentary on Steelers versus Colts. Porter had his go-to play, which resulted in Manning sacks. What defensive coach has the same mentality?
Peasy for DC.
Not in Pittsburgh. The only reason I say that is just because he had his like time here, and I do feel like as a player, because he had that reputation as like the guy, the goon, and all that type of stuff. Just certain guys, he's gonna always have that type of reputation. It's always gonna be around, and for some people, it's gonna work out well, but it's always gonna be talked about. And I just think that as a DC, especially for him, that'll be his first time being a DC too. I honestly think you want to deal with that type of stuff, man, while you're in the middle of a transition, because the Steelers are going to be in a transition. Whoever is coming in here this year, next year, it's going to be a transition. So for me, I just wouldn't want to put him in that situation for your first go around. College-wise, yeah, get you a college year or two and then come to the pros, yeah, but to just hop in that thing, like that's why I would say pump your brake on a little bit from my perspective. And his son going back, he said we could have declared for the draft this year in terms of Joey Porter Jr., corner at Penn State, coming back for one more go at Penn State. Let my man enjoy that.
Sure.
Son go to the league. Let him enjoy watching his son, man. It's a dope vibe being able to, like, full circle, come back and just watch your offspring like that, man. So that's kind of I am with Peasy in terms of him being the defensive coordinator and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, and we're 2 away from Q, by the way.
Nice.
King Stacks. If Ben hangs it up, who would you like to see under? I love it.
$1 million question.
I love it, bro. Who would you like to see under center besides someone who we would have to give up for a trade, because that won't happen?
So that's between Mason and Haskins.
Yeah, essentially.
Or draft.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say Haskins. That's gonna be my answer for now, based off the information.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, y'all rushing us, man. There you go. I'm going to plead the fifth right now. I'm going to wait for more information. But I guess as it stands today, I would probably be slight.
DH3.
I am a feather leaning Mason.
Oh,
A feather.
okay.
It's very tight. Very tight. That's what I said. I was trying to think of the thinnest, like smallest of margin. And the only reason
We're basically saying still competition.
Yeah, it's still 100% competition. The only reason I give the slight nod to Mason is because I saw him in a regular season game. And I thought that he did some good things, but at the same time, did he have some mistakes? Sure. But I thought that he still did some good things that put us in position to win that Lions game.
Yeah. Is it Q time?
Got one more.
Okay.
Travion Sanders says, we need to fire, holy cow, the offensive coordinator and the defense coordinator. We also need to get a QB. He says we need to have Minka, TJ, and Najee call team meetings in the offseason and hold people accountable to the Steelers standard. All right. That's a long list of stuff, baby. I like when y'all get specific though. Like
I love
this.
the demanding of team meetings in the offseason. Those three specific players.
You gotta have those, right?
Those guys specifically. Ben passed the torch to Cam though.
Yeah, I saw that. I definitely saw that. In all seriousness, man, team meetings are cool for the media. Team meetings work for fans. But for players, when you start having team meetings, man, usually you already past that point of return in terms of it like getting better, just from personal experiences. I've had a couple of situations where team meetings were necessary for various reasons. And a lot of the times, even after the team meeting, the players only meeting, maybe that next week or the next 2 weeks it worked, but after that it still reverted back to the norm. I just think the big thing though, when you're talking about accountability, it doesn't have to be a players meeting type situation. I think when your guys are naturally close, like the Steelers teams traditionally are, you just want to play better for your brother. And I don't have to have a meeting to look at Deke and be like, yo, bro, we got to step this up. You know what I mean? Like when you hear me and TG talk, you hear me and Danger or any of the older teammates talk, it's like, yo, we never had to have a sit down, all of us formal, let me get up here and speak, because we always had a relationship that, hey, bro, if you see me tripping in any capacity, on the field, film study, home life, call me out. Because that let me know you really love me. That let me know you really rock with me. So I don't think they have to do that. I just think, man, you know, for the individuals that they might feel compelled, you know, they want to speak up and say something too, like, yo, go do that. But leave the big meeting type stuff to the coaching staff, because all you're going to do is regurgitate the stuff that they're seeing anyways. Because Coach Tom is going to tell these guys, hey, man, have an all-season plan. Coach Tom is going to tell these guys, remember this taste in your mouth. Coach Tom is going to tell these guys, hey, what I've been telling y'all all season about inconsistency, about not playing to our standard, not making sure we're doing our job. We said it would come back to bite us, and we're seeing it came back to bite us versus a legit team. We can get out of Baltimore with Tyler Huntley and company. You can get out of Hines when you're playing against the Browns and it's Baker, and Baker's doing his thing. But it's hard to do that versus higher end talent consistently. You might have a one-off, and we've seen one-offs this year. We've seen it. Home game on the road. We've seen it. But to do it consistently, that's the part where, you know, we just weren't doing that enough. And that message is from Coach Tomlin. That doesn't need to come, you know, again from a Minka or a TJ or a Najee. I get the approach though, but just from personal experience, I just don't think they really had that type of impact like they come off to have.
Q.
Yeah. We finally had Q.
Yep, we're finally here.
All right, let me give me some chopstick too, bro.
Can we talk about that Cowboys game though?
Oh.
LMAO.
So now y'all want to laugh at the Cowboys? That's crazy. Well, why we gotta do that? Why we gonna talk about the Cowboys game? All them games we gonna talk about that game, bro?
We don't have to.
Y'all
I mean,
game,
he brought it up in Super Chat.
Forget that
I
game,
do
man.
think the Cowboys actually kind of got screwed with that last play and how it played out. The ref coming up and hitting into them. Like, they should have had it with a second left, I think, from there.
So why didn't they hand the ball to the referee then, so he could spot the ball?
Is that it? Is that what the play is there?
You can't snap the ball without the referee spotting it.
The funniest thing was on SportsCenter. I think it was one of those SVP SportsCenters I was talking about.
Yeah.
Is Tim Hasselbeck actually had an all-22 of a ref running
Yeah.
from one side of the field all the way to
Uh-huh.
where the ball should be snapped, like late in the game. This
Yeah.
was a previous game. I don't know where it is, but he's breaking it down, like actually doing the air.
The mechanics of it.
Yeah, saying like, look,
Jeez.
this guy did it the right way. This ref didn't do it the right way. He was too late. He was too slow. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day,
bro, if you were
Cowboys putting themselves in that position,
that's how I
there's
look
still
at
no
it, bro.
guarantee you even get the touchdown on that play.
Exactly. That's bad clock management. Like, I get what you're trying to accomplish, but I think that's a gutsy tail call in the first place. You call a quarterback draw with 14 seconds and no timeouts, you playing with fire. It's that simple. You can't rely. So think about this, right? You're essentially going to put your money on these refs being in elite shape as well all of a sudden now, because that's what it sounded like from Hasselbeck when he's talking about a guy running and doing it the right way. Now we want the referee to be in elite level shape.
I love the breakdown.
You want to make sure that the referee is going to take the best route every single time. We already criticized the referees anyways, but now we want to make sure that they're physically, peak condition. Fourth quarter, gotta have it. Y'all running just as fast as the athletes are. Like, that's not realistic, bruh. And leave it to a quarterback to try to justify what went on out there. Like, as a defender, we say, bro, we know, you got to give the ball to the referee. He has to touch it. If the referee doesn't touch it, I don't care who sets the ball down. You remember at the end of the Seahawks game, that's what happened in that situation. We're like, hey, this is the issue. You can't set the ball. That's what we were pissed. We were like, yo, how they get a chance to snap the ball when, it wasn't set? The referee got to set it. That was the issue there. So, yeah, this is nothing foreign. And that's when I watched the end of that Cowboys game, I'm like, bro, for as much as I like what Kellen Moore is doing down there, the other part, I'm like, bro, that's a little low-key arrogant. Like, why would you call that call right there? I'd much rather you take two shots from, where you were at, was that high 40, low-key 50 area and just take the shots from there versus, all right, let's try to run a QB draw with no timeouts and hope we can get a spike.
Some people are saying he should have slid earlier.
Well, that's the other part of it. But that still goes back to execution, not the referee got to run this route and this and that. It's like, bro, get out the referee's way. That's the whole purpose of running the ball back to the middle of the field, because you don't want to be in the referee's way. But it's like, man, y'all got to operate better than that, man.
Yeah. Black and Martyr.
Yeah.
Just chipping in. Not much to say that other people are. Did I say this? I did say that already. Because
because you had jumped around.
I jumped to Black and Martyr.
Now we're at Moises
Zambrano. Resign Edmonds. I agree with him on that. He's saying resign Juju as well. Get J.J. Watt. I don't think we can.
He's playing tonight.
He's saying get J.J. Watt and Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. Get Kenny Pickett too.
He got a wish list.
And trade Ebron and maybe Mason Rudolph.
Oh man.
This won't work. I'm sorry. None of this is working.
You said this got rejected. Even Madden rejected it, or do we? This is good.
The amount that we have to give up for another quarterback of Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson caliber is a lot of draft picks. So we can't. There's no way you're getting Pickett. And if you get one of those players, you're not even thinking about getting a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like there's just no way.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, we can't get J.J. Watt either. He signed a decent deal with them.
He did. It was like a 2-year.
And I don't want that contract.
Nice.
No
yeah, absolutely.
Because
we said that too.
If it was for a couple million,
we
him playing with his
that.
brother, we were all for that. But then he signed with the Cardinals for like $16 million.
We say he chose money.
Yeah.
He chose that cash.
Trade Ebron. He's a free agent.
Yeah.
Trade maybe Mason Rudolph. We got to see about that.
This is the contract year for him. This is the one for 5 where he had the extension.
Between him and Haskins, he might be the only 2 guys we have.
Yeah.
And then re-sign Edmonds. I'm for that. We need to do that for sure.
Dark horse, man. Give me my dog Dobbs. No? Dobbs coming back? I seen Moises also said, what about Colin Kaepernick? He threw him in there as well in the regular chat. He just threw that. I didn't know how you felt about that situation.
5-6 years removed now?
Yeah, I'm cool. Anybody 2+ years removed, I'm cool. Like, I'm surprised to see what Eric Weddle's gonna look like tonight.
I can't believe that,
bro. I'm like, what the heck is going on, man? Like, that's woof. It's gonna be interesting.
Now on that topic, we got the baking blurred. It says trade for Gardner Minshew. I think he's a free agent. I could be wrong on that, but I think he is. Career stats, 542 out of 857, which is a 63.2 completion percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 6,000 yards passing, 41 touchdowns to 12 picks, and he's only 25. Yeah, I mean, if you're bringing him in for competition, that's fine. I have no problem with that. And if you want to say off the bat you give him the edge over Mason, that's fine, because I do think he's proven more throughout his career.
Yeah, I don't mind you bringing him in and giving him the nod. I just don't want it to be a closed case.
Right.
I
Definitely
just want
not.
competition. I don't care how we get that combination. I just personally feel competition with this group is going to give us the best results because we don't have a definitive, clear-cut franchise quarterback just yet, or a guy that has proven that they can do that just yet. And when you don't have those guys, I think that you should make them earn the right to get those reps. No different than you would want at a cornerback, a wide receiver, a old lineman. You want a guy to earn his reps. Play better, you get more reps. For me, any of those quarterbacks, short leash. Earn your reps. Earn your keep. Yeah.
If that's the case, right?
Right.
Now, I don't know how likely it is, but we'll find out. What if we draft the QB in the first or second round?
Well, I told you, I haven't changed. Like when I
You just
started
don't even
watching
wanna
on it,
draft them.
I haven't like watched them enough to make me change my mind about, oh, you know what, this guy isn't, as limited as I think he is. He's actually better than that. Like I have to go back and do that now. But right now, I don't personally feel like any of these quarterbacks coming out this year are an upgrade over what Mason Rudolph currently is right now.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're drafting a guy, I still think there's some sort of competition.
Yeah.
Haskins being
That's what I'm saying,
a
bro.
top 5 talent. I know he got picked, 15 by
Mhm.
Washington, but dude, there's still upside for him. I
Yes, bro.
wouldn't want to write him off even if we did draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, what if he outplays whoever we brought in?
Mm-hmm.
It would feel
I just
like a
wanna-
little bit of a waste of a draft
Right. I
pick
want
then,
a
because we
legit
wouldn't be addressing
competition.
offensive line.
I want legit competition. Not what we saw last year where it was we knew Mason was going to continue to get the opportunities. Like, no, legit competition. I want to see Haskins or whoever else get the same amount of first team reps in the games. Not, oh, you wait till the 4th preseason game, then you get the shot. No. I don't want that. If Mason gets to start quarter 1 this week, I want to see Haskins start quarter 1 next week. And then if you drafted a guy or brought somebody, I want them to start quarter 1 the following week. Like, that's what I'm looking for. Not just preconceived notion of this is the guy and we're just supposed to just accept that, because I don't think that's going to help us win in the long run.
No.
Yeah.
I got to assume Haskins is coming back. There's a report saying Tomlin was impressed with him this season.
Yeah.
Like, where else would Haskins go where he actually has somewhat of a shot to start next year? That's why I think signing here just makes the most sense. I know it's not a foregone conclusion, but it feels like that.
But
the more
then
you think
again,
of
though,
it.
if you're Haskins, you might be looking at the Giants saying, bro, hey, man, that's not solidified out there just yet.
How do other teams feel about Haskins, though? Are we more
I haven't
higher
looked at
on
it
him
like
because he's been in the system for
No, I
a
don't
year
think
and he's
we're-
been good?
I don't think any of us are more higher or lower on him. I think the biggest thing was maturity. And I think for him, he's helped himself league-wide because we haven't had to hear anything negative about him.
Okay, so
That's
other
kinda how I
teams,
look at it.
other teams might view him in a positive vein and
Because when
see
a
him
guy
as
get-
some type
yeah.
of competition.
Yeah, because if a guy gets drafted in the first round, like, okay, yes, teams are very high on him. And we respect that part. But we also know when you get removed from that team within 2 years of being there, it brings red flags. And we knew character was a lot of that, especially how it ended there. So I think that this year for him, man, not having anything character related pop up, yeah, I think that, other teams might be intrigued with that because
And he had a
they're
good
going to see,
preseason, too,
they're going to see the
overall.
talent and they're going to say, well, you know what, if the maturity isn't an issue, what if we get him with a better coaching staff? Because we say, what about our situation here? We're going to fault him for his development. I'm assuming as, the offseason progresses, people are going to say, well, I don't like him because this or that. But it's like, well, hey, what if he was with a higher end QB coach? What if he has a higher end offensive coordinator? Does that change your mindset? We saw what Jared Goff looked like with Sean McVay versus what he looked like without him. Is that the same situation with the Haskins? Maybe you put him with a better coach. His play looks a lot better.
Dude, this is why we should be way more competitive with our coordinator search.
I agree.
Seriously.
I agree, man.
Because it would feel like it makes most sense for just Haskins to come back. But you bring up good points where you could be looking elsewhere. If another team's willing to give you a little bit more money, if you feel like the offensive situation is more stable. I think he's back, though, if I had to bet money. I don't know what the odds are. I don't know what you'd put it at, is like minus 200 or something. But I think he's back for sure, if I had to bet.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards him being back as well, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Now, chat jumped on me. I'm back at Moises' second comment.
The let's go trade.
He just says, please,
Trevon
can you read
Diggs?
my comments?
Oh, okay. So Moises Sembrano, he says, let's get Trevon Diggs.
Sure.
The corner out of Dallas?
Top-tier corner.
Yeah.
A lot of people are down on him, though.
Well, it's because he's high risk, high reward. He's going to get you a pick or he's going to give up, some substantial amount of yardage. And that's one of the reasons why people had issues with him in terms of all pro status, because at one part we're talking about how elite he is with the interceptions, but the other part it's like we've
Getting
never
torched.
seen a guy give up that much yardage and still be an all pro or be viewed as as elite. So yeah, that's the part that's interesting with him, man.
I'm at Kenrick.
All right, Kenrick.
Damn, bro.
Kenrick. Hold on, bro. Say that again. You're where?
Kenrick.
Oh,
I think he's got a
sheesh.
panda.
Yeah, bro. All right, we're good. You ain't that far. It's not
Okay.
like terrible. It's
And
terrible.
There's a few after him.
Yeah, it's like terrible, but it ain't like terrible, but it's terrible.
It's
But,
bad.
Yeah, it ain't bad, but it's bad though.
Shout out to the chat.
Nah, major love to the chat, man. It's big time salute for all y'all, baby. All
First
y'all.
world problems.
But here we go. Jack Henderson. I've been waiting. I'm glad Jack brought this up. He says, Deke looking good with the clean shave. Love y'all. We would talk about it off air. That's probably why I haven't said anything on there. But yeah, bro, you look like, what I say, you look like 12, 13. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, it's crazy. Yo, bro, the beard, the mustache, it really put years on your life, man.
Yeah.
You shaved it off, yo. I was looking, I'm like, yo, you like a
The
baby.
mustache, probably even like at the games, me holding
Yeah,
beers,
bro.
I probably look like 35 or 40.
Oh, without a doubt, bro.
Right?
You look like an old, like, hardened Yinzer. You know, like, I was here for the steel mill before it changed. I was here for all that. Now I just drink my icy lights. Like,
Yeah.
I could see that with you, bro. Now it's like, man, I'm about to ID you, bro.
Like hockey player vibes almost.
Seriously, man.
I still am probably gonna get a haircut. I don't know what I'm gonna do though, because the hair's long enough. I could like mess with it. I could do the whole mullet route, or could I just do like
for the
a
mullet, bro?
short hair fade? But if I do the mullet, I'd have to bring the stash back.
What's
I
up
think.
with the mohawk there?
Mohawk? Nah, that's
You ain't mohawky?
no. I'm good on that.
Okay.
I'm thinking just a normal cut, maybe.
What about man bun? Are you a man bun guy?
I could probably almost. Actually, I used to. Remember I
Yeah?
showed you that picture?
Oh,
I
you
had like
did,
Jesus
yeah.
hair back whenever I was like probably 22, 23. Like it was way longer than this. I probably grew it out for like 2 years.
Mhm.
And yeah, I was rocking the man bun actually then.
Bro, they just said you look like Ellen DeGeneres' sister. Y'all are wild. Bro, where do y'all come up with this stuff?
Damn.
Yo, but yeah, man, that dude look a little young, man. I like that look on you, though, man.
Thanks, man. Like I said, there's still work to do
Yeah.
on the look for the off season.
I
But
ain't gonna lie, it threw me off though when you came in because I was like, I thought it was a playoff beard, and I was like, the playoffs are still going on,
oh man.
and then it hit me. I was like, you were specific about which team you were going for, and that's why I was like, okay. Because I was like, yo, we still got action. What's going on here, bro? We got a game coming up. He's like,
Not for me.
I understand, bro.
The
I
vibes
understand,
right
man.
now are getting clean cut. Probably need to
Yeah.
eat healthy, go to the gym.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, start dusting
Fight
off
Club
the,
it up.
Yeah, start dusting off the golf clubs a little bit here.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Okay. Man, I ain't gonna lie, Deke. I'd be scared to see you with a 6-pack, bro. I
You'd
mean,
be scared.
you know what I mean? Like, cause I know what you are like now, and it's like, bro, you with a 6-pack, bro.
I'm
You
so fat
ain't
right
gonna be
now.
able to control yourself, bro. Yeah.
I'm so fat right
It
now.
will really be
Oh, you think my
all the
ego's
single,
off the
oh
charts?
yeah, man. The single
Okay.
it's be a rap, bro. It ain't gonna be able to tell you nothing, man. Deke gonna walk in this thing like, yo, where they at though? Like who? The ladies. Like, yeah, man.
Shirtless podcast.
You know, like yo, Deke, can you put the taco meat away, please? Oh, you don't like the 6
Oh,
packs?
you want another button down? Is that what you
I was
said?
just, you know what they call a waffle? It's just a pancake with abs. Welcome to the waffle show, buddy. You know, like I just figured that's what it was gonna be. So, you know, I'm just trying to keep us from going there. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. But Moises Sombrano, this also says, let's keep Derek Watt. Derek did have some tackles on they made a emphasis to highlight the Watt family yesterday. That was really good.
What did he do? Yeah,
He's
he
like,
did
Derek
save
had
the
the touchdown
Yep.
saving tackle, and then you get TJ forcing the interception right here. I mean, both of these guys, I mean, they're just, coming out here making touchdown saving plays. Both of them. It's the Watt family. Yep.
Sure.
You know,
He can come back. I
that's
don't
what you
care.
said, bro. Same price point, or you good
It's
on
not
that?
something I'm pushing for. Well, we did restructure his deal where it
True.
was a lot less.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing egregious. Million, whatever the minimum is. That's what you bring him back
he
for.
won't on the minimum.
Huh?
He won't on the minimum.
He wasn't initially, but what did we
Nah.
restructure his deal to? I thought we brought it down to like
No,
900K or something, right?
No, but you gotta remember restructure. He's still getting the money.
Uh,
It's just we doing it like that so it don't hurt the cap. Yeah, that's all the
We're gonna be
restructuring
paying
is.
for that the next couple
Yeah,
of years.
that's all
But
that
it's
is.
gonna be minuscule.
Yeah, they
whenever
just
you
changed.
spread it
Yeah,
out.
you just changed the base into a signing bonus. Yeah, because he was getting about 3 a year.
Yeah, bring
Yeah.
him back for the minimum. Whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
it ain't the end of the world either way.
All right.
He didn't look bad on special teams at times
Yeah.
though, and sometimes when we did utilize him on offense, Wasn't bad.
Do you think he would go down to the minimum after getting paid, what, around 3 per year?
Hang around with his brother. Yeah.
What?
He's not JJ.
But it's easy to hang with your brother when you're getting 3. You know?
Is he getting 3 though?
Yes.
Who's paying him 3? Really?
Yes, he got the same deal Tyler Matakavich got. And that's why everybody was like, yo, why did we let Tyler leave to go to Buffalo just to bring in Derek White on the same deal when Tyler was more productive?
Yeah, I wasn't thrilled about the deal at the time, but we knew what it was.
Exactly.
Bringing TJ's brother.
Yeah.
That's all.
So we're going to pay him 3 again to be TJ's brother?
I'm not for that.
That's all I'm saying.
A couple mil, veteran, whatever I said, veteran minimums.
Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, like, if I'm in that position and you've been paying me 3 for the last 2 to 3 years, and now you're going to come at me talking about, hey, man, take the minimum. You're still going to be here for TJ. It's like, bro, hold on, man. TJ got his deal now. I'm ready to get paid.
No, here's what we haven't considered, though. Or maybe we have considered. TJ's got it in his deal already that they re-signed Derek.
You are wild. That was why the negotiation kept going?
I think so.
All right, look, I'm tired of all the back and forth about the guaranteed money. If you want me here, put in the contract that Derek gets another 2 years once his deal is done, and I'll sign today. That's what happened.
Looks like James Conner's playing tonight.
Yeah, man, you love to see it, bro. You know. It's going to be good, man. I'm excited about this game today, man. You know, just get to watch one.
Well, what are our picks at? I think 2-1. I think you're up on me 2-1.
Well, this is the game that matters for me. If they lose this one, then it's a wash.
It's a wash. It'll be tough because then I'll still be up 5.
Yeah, and now you just talk about cutting down these games.
Yeah, if you win this one.
This would be huge for me. I got to get this
2-win swing. Yeah, then you're only down huge. 3.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, all right, we're going to see how this goes, man. And, you know, as I was watching that Chiefs game last night, that was part of the ones where I was like, you know what? I know why I did it. We said why we did it, but this is why I don't like having to pick Steeler games, bro. This is why. I don't like it. I don't. We even said it, though. I was very clear. I'm picking as an alumni. I made that clear across every platform I was on, so we ain't tripping. No regrets. No regrets. But that is one of the big reasons why I don't like picking Steeler games, bro. Because I can't pick it the way I want to pick it. I got to pick with my, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, Amos Kissel. I think they said Amos Kissel. That's a heck of a name, bro. All right. Rumor has it that Haskins has caught Tomlin's eye.
Yeah.
Sounds like we'll be bringing someone in to compete with him and Mason. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I've been hearing similar things.
That's what we were talking about with like Minshew. Or I guess Fitzpatrick, he's a free agent.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
That wouldn't be terrible. Like, it almost be the Tua treatment that he was doing down with the Dolphins.
No, exactly what it'd be.
Got a couple young quarterbacks. If he beats them out right away, all right, you go with them. See what the hell happens. Does he get some Fitzmagic going? And then once that tails off, put in the higher upside guy, I guess. Yep. But even if he doesn't win the job, you have a veteran quarterback that could kind of show him the way.
Well, and I will say,
I'm sure he's not opposed to getting checks.
Like Fitz would,
That's been his career.
No, Fitz, he's a glue guy, bro. He can maneuver and fit in with any group of people, any team, any coaching staff. Trust me, like he would be a really good transition quarterback, stopgap quarterback. You know, the guy I still like is Tyrod, just because I'm like he's still young, cheaper. Think more athletic ability as well.
Good things
happen.
That's
what I look at, man.
Good things happen to his successors. Because Davis Mills,
always, bro. Like, yo, we always talk about Wally Pipp. Oh, you don't want to get Wally Pipp? No, you don't want to get Tyrod Taylor, bro. Because this man, like, this is happening on multiple occasions now, bro. This is crazy. You want to have a successful career, just be his backup, bro.
Baker didn't really turn out like that.
No, it did.
He had a good rookie season.
Yes, and Baker's still gonna get paid. Like, let's not act like that. Like, yeah, man. That's how it goes, bro. That's how it goes, man.
Yeah, for Haskins' sake, maybe you bring in Taylor.
Right, man. You know, he needs a couple games, light a fire. They'll find a way to mess him up, you know. It's always
formulas out there.
You know, yeah.
Just have the Steelers staff call up the Chargers staff.
It's that simple,
how'd you pull that off?
Hey, how'd you talk about that needle trick you did with the lung? How you do it? Oh, all right.
Just so he's okay, but he's gonna be out for a little bit.
We don't want to kill him. Just make him unavailable. You know. All right. We got Farron Bradford. Farron Bradford says, I hear you with the inside linebacker chatter. This inside linebacker class is deep when you dive in the film. Leo Chenal out of Wisconsin is an example. This draft can address holes and prep us for the 2023 year, because that's where the real franchise QB talent is. Now, that's kind of the sentiment that I shared. We talked about that before. I was like, I don't like this class. I like the following year a little bit better.
Who's the guy in that class?
I gotta go back and look, but I want to say it was like 2 or 3 guys
I'll try
that
to
I had
find a
heard
name.
about in that group. Yeah, not this year for the 2023 class though. So I know that was part of the reason why for me it was like, all right, if you're gonna go that
here's
route,
the guys. I mean,
yeah.
it's Bryce Young and Stroud and all those guys. Okay.
Yeah, so I was about to say,
That's
because I
what
was
it
saying, I
is.
know it was like multiple guys in that
Okay.
one. So that's why for me, I'm like, if I don't love any of these veteran quarterbacks that are available, if I don't love any of these draft guys, which I told you right now, I currently don't, I'm not opposed to that. Putting everything in place, roll with Haskins or Mason this season, and then next year we do whatever we got to do to move up in the draft to get one of those guys.
Oh man, they got 4 guys in the top 10 already here.
Yeah.
Dude from Fresno State, Jake Hayner, another dude from Boston College, Phil Jerkovic. Let's see if they got another dude here.
They said
no, that's 4. They have 4 in the top 10
but
for
they
this
said
one.
next year's class was to be really good.
Will Levis from Kentucky. That's 5 in the top 12 of this random ass mock draft that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I don't know how recent this was though, because they also have Spencer Rattler at 3. So this might be an old mock draft.
Spencer though, it's still the intrigue.
No way, really? Like, oh
well, you even said it yourself though. Think about when we talked about it. It was like you still see the intangibles on him. That's my thing.
How long ago was this? Dude, this is recently.
That's what I'm saying,
Where's
bro.
he going?
But no, because he's in the portal as well.
Is it official?
Because I want to say him and Caleb Williams were both in the portal. Both of those guys
Williams
are transferring. Yeah. But the thing with Spencer is they still see the talent. It's like, it's kind of like when we talk about with Haskins, right? What did you just say when we talked about with Haskins? It's like, man, we understand this and that, but he has
Haskins
the upside.
Was sick in college. He never had the Rattler downfall in college.
True. But the one thing with Rattler is we've seen the talent. And even this year, it was like the talent was there. The decision-making wasn't the best. I thought he was forcing some throws early on in the season and stuff like that. But if you're a coach, are you saying, hey, maybe I can coach that part out and maximize this talent? Because that is there. The talent is there.
Yeah, I guess the mock draft is assuming he's going to have a bounce back year.
Yeah.
Because if that happens, I guess you're right. He has the physical tools from what it looks like.
All right. Let's go UW. He says, oh, and I'm glad that he was filling me on that linebacker chat though, man. Yeah, because I'm definitely on the let's bring a new guy in. All right. Let's go UW.
To pair with Bush?
Let's bring a new guy in. So
a tandem, you're saying? A dynamic duo?
I'll let y'all
be first round pick.
I will let y'all decide on, the pairing of however y'all want to pair it. But I feel like I would like us to draft a guy. That's where I'm at right now. Maybe that changes, but today, January 17th, that's where I'm at right now.
We're gonna need to. I don't know if we're bringing Schobert back. I mean, they started Spillane and Bush yesterday, even. So it doesn't seem like we're that high on Schobert to bring him back. It's definitely gonna be a need.
All right, but let's go UW. He says, so long as it's not Brady or the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I don't care who wins. I agree, man. As long as it should probably be a red team in there. I feel like you at least gotta have one team that wears like red and blue predominantly, and not like Tennessee, because we know that's powder blue. That's not the same. So I do agree with you guys on that 100%. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And that's not even being biased. I'm with y'all, man. I'm all for that. Like, just a fresh generation, a new team in the Super Bowl. A team that we haven't seen in the Super Bowl for a while. Should be perfect. That's all. Who knows? Maybe win their first one. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I'm just sitting back and hoping we see some good football. That's all.
I mean, shoot, we might make a trip to LA again or something. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? Who knows?
Oh,
who knows? Who knows? Just throw it out there, bro. All right. But Richard Arbizo, he says, change the jerseys to block numbers full time.
I like that.
For post Ben.
I like that call. Like the switch up of eras, kind of. Yeah.
Ooh, I think about the switch of era. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ben era is
the curvy numbers.
What's that?
I guess,
italic, I guess you want to say. Yeah. That's more known as the Ben era, because we switched from the block to those. Was it like 99, 2000? We had Cordell and Maddox rocking the italic, but then it was Ben. So it's like this is the Ben era.
So
I'm
then,
not opposed to going back to the block ones.
Block numbers are associated with more Bradshaw, or who are the? Because
I'd say like 90s. Yeah, 90s. I mean, it's been block numbers.
Because I keep hearing people talk about the block numbers, though.
It's always been block numbers until this Ben era, essentially. Yeah, for the last,
But what do people prefer? Did you prefer the curves, or do you like the blocks?
I think you go block, dude.
Okay.
I think you go block. I think it's sick. That's what I'm saying. I think it's sick. Yeah. You leave like the italic numbers. This is like the Ben era. and then just go back to the block. I do think the block's like kind of cleaner.
Yeah, it looks like Irie V just said block numbers are way better as well. I did see a lot of people talking about the block numbers though. Yeah, the Brobarian, he says block numbers also.
I'm for that.
Yeah,
I'm definitely for that. That'd be cool.
Okay.
I don't know if they'll do it or not though. Don't change the jersey.
Well, because they brought the
that's the only jersey change
back.
you got to do.
They brought the blocks back for the throwbacks now.
Yeah, they had it for like 2 years. Yeah, but we haven't done that in a while. The only alternate jersey we've been rocking are the color rushes.
Of course, because the fan favorite.
I like the Bumblebees the best. I think.
Well, I was a Bumblebee guy too, but I love.
Oh, the color rush are badass too.
Yeah, black unis are like fire to me, man.
Yeah, our alternate's been really good recently.
All right, we got Let's Go UW, and I forgot which one you said you stopped on. I know you're a long way away, but I totally forgot.
The dude with the panda on the profile.
Oh, that's right. All right, so Let's Go UW. He says, so offensively, Dan Mullins was great in Florida. His problem and why he was fired was more about recruiting than his play calling. I think his system would work well here with the combo of Pat Frymouth and Zach Gentry.
Starting to sell me a little bit because we're seeing some of these college guys go to the pros. Cliff Kingsbury, if you got a good system. Haskins obviously did really good at Ohio State. In college, maybe. It's not something I'm like necessarily pushing for though.
Yeah, and I just feel like as soon as it goes bad, we're gonna put him in the Canada bubble of. This is a college start offense. College-wise, you can scheme it. College-wise, you just assume that your receiver is going to make that DB miss because this is a 5-star recruit. And yes, you can do that at college. At the NFL, the problem is we're all top-notch players. We're all 5-star. Well, I wasn't a 5-star recruit, but a lot of us are still like heavily recruited guys, really good talent. So you can't just bank on he's going to always make this guy miss. College, you can do that. College, man, I've been in rooms where you're like, bro, this guy is never going to block you today. So we're not worried about anything they're doing because we know he's just never going to be able to do that. At the NFL, you can't say that. The worst player in the NFL on a roster is still an All-American. He was still All-State. He was still, all these other accolades. So it's just different. And that's some of the issues that you get, though, coming from college to the pros. You know what I mean? In terms of those schemes like that, man.
I get you.
Yeah. All right, let's go UW, though. He came back. He also said, and we appreciate you, let's go UW. You heavy in here today, baby. Salute you.
For sure.
He says, so either of yins going to the Senior Bowl February 5th and see my boy Chad Muma.
The guy from Miami.
Yeah. He's currently projected as a late 2nd round pick. Perfect player for us.
Jumped up a little bit.
Yes, he has been moving up the boards, bro. But I tell you, man, we watched him. I like his game, bro. I do like that about him. I'm going to watch him a lot more now that the Steelers season is over. I happen to have some more free time on my hands. So I would definitely start watching him a lot more to see what we looking like because he's definitely. I told you, I want us to get another inside linebacker.
Yeah, we're good on the edge.
We can talk about however we want to pair him.
Need a backup.
Who do you want competition with? Who do you want to start? I don't care about any of after the fact. I just want to bring in another talented guy. We need another guy in the mix. That's all. And I do like Chad. Chad definitely did some nice things, man, from what I saw. So we're going to watch him a little bit more. But in terms of the Senior Bowl, I'm personally not going out to the Senior Bowl. Yeah, I'm going to take probably like 3 months of telling everybody no. Like, I don't want to travel anywhere outside of the fan. I want to be with the fan. But like in terms of like, oh, we got an appearance or let's go to this game. Like, I'm trying to catch up with the fam. It hit me, bro, the other day.
That's what some of those success books say.
Yeah, it hit me the other day, bro. I was like, yo, I worked too hard this year. I didn't have an off day. I didn't realize, because I always think of like the podcast. I'm like, oh, if it's not a podcast, it's an off day. And it's like, nah, that's not
you still
the case.
The fan and all your other stuff too.
Yeah. And then when the weekends was traveling, was doing stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm taking me some time, babe. We're going to still record the podcast. We got to do that. We love the podcast. But yes, bro, I plan on like, I might just vanish for like a little while.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man.
For real. Yeah.
Absolutely, bro.
Get your golf game right, maybe.
Something, bro. Hey, I want to do a lot more of that too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Dude, they dropped Bread 4 golf shoes recently. My cousin got them. He got the release.
I saw the
I was like, Moats would love this.
So, I have the Wolf Gray 5s.
Yeah.
They it wasn't 11s. It was another pair. I saw the breads because I was like, yo, I should get them too. And I kept saying, I was like, yo, I can't be the guy with like all these dope golf shoes and I don't even own my clubs yet. So I was like, I'm gonna hold off on it.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
But that is like on my goal for this year. Like, I'm like, yo, I want to be golfing at least to the point where I'm good enough to get clubs. Like I'm consistent enough with my swing where it's like, all right, we can get us a nice little set of clubs. Then I'm gonna give me some more golf.
Are
shoes.
you prejudiced against like a used set?
No, I don't care about any of that.
You don't care?
No,
Okay.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay, I can maybe hook you up with something good.
I mean, I don't care about any. I just,
like at least tell you what to get. Like,
yeah,
bro,
I just don't know.
These will do you good.
It's kind of like when I was bowling. Like at first, I always loved the bowl, but at first, like I didn't bowl enough to own my own ball. It was like I wasn't bowling enough. I wasn't good enough. I ain't know enough. It was like, no, yes, bro, I got my own ball because I know how to bowl. Like this is what I do. So with golfing, I want to eventually get there as well, though, man.
Yeah, like the driver that I was using, it was the Nike Sasquatch. I think they came out with that in like 2007.
I just like the name of it too, bro.
That
Nike
was what
and Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's what Tiger used to use back in the day. But I mean, to that point, you could get clubs that are 4 or 5 years old at like
because the biggest thing
30% of the price of all these brand new
but
ones, and
like
they're going to do the
thing
same
is just
thing.
like getting it altered to me, right? Is that the big part?
All depends. All depends.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't lock in on that for maybe another year or two.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
I got time.
Yeah, you got time for that. Maybe because maybe you could though, because they'll give you the right height of the club, but they also will just like the lie of it too. I don't think you need to worry about the lie, but yeah, maybe getting the fit right on how long the club is.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't even know what that meant. The lie part.
Yeah, they could adjust the angle like a degree or two depending on your swing. Like if you typically hit the ball lower, they'll adjust the loft on a certain iron, or actually all the irons maybe like a degree or two up, so you'll hit it higher.
Okay.
All that shit. That's what I mean. I don't know if you got to lock in on that, but
we
because I don't
get me right, bro.
I don't even do
you,
that.
Bro.
Like me and my buddies.
This
don't even
all
mess
season,
with that.
man. You better get me right, bro.
I'll try.
This all season, man. I need it.
Okay.
Because it's not the all season just yet for everybody. So I just want to do my due diligence. We're just gonna wait till it's the off season. It's kind of like half off season right now. Half off season, half team still playing. Oh, it's kickoff and it's okay. Hey.
Oh, we got Monday night game.
See, Red, what happened?
Oh man.
Well, just for the bet, because that's
right?
That's the only reason why I root for the Cardinals tonight. Is the bet. That was the only reason why I was rooting for the Bills. Was the bet. You know how that goes, man. You know, it's like
right.
Yeah.
I
for us, for the show, not because I really wanted to see these guys.
Yeah, because you don't want to have to get me a jersey.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That's why. You know what I mean? Because what's gonna happen is like, yeah, I mean, watching Cardinals and Bills in the Super Bowl and be like, yo, do you want the Josh? I only want the Kyler Murray. Like, I just ain't know which one you want to go with. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, Anthony Georgiana says, how do you feel about a Mariota or a Ryan Fitzpatrick? I think we talked about Fitzpatrick. We're not opposed to either one of those guys. Yeah. And obviously Mariota has the athletic ability. And like I said, we're going to definitely talk a lot more. I mean, we're having this quarterback conversation a little bit right now, but we just feel like it's still premature. That's the biggest reason why we're not diving into it as much as I'm probably sure a lot of y'all would like.
We still are answering.
Yeah, we're still answering.
We're not opposed.
Yeah,
like that's the simple answer right there.
Correct.
Not opposed to competition. Just bringing in a veteran guy. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. G Alexander, what up, G Alexander Moats? Why go on? He says Moats for DC. Joe. Oh, Joe Thomas tweeted and got crushed by
I saw
Brett
that.
Hughes.
I'm kind of
that.
liking that. I'm kind of liking some of the back and forth with the players.
With the vets, I definitely saw that.
I'm kind of liking that because that wasn't around, 10 years ago.
That was pretty dope. I thought about hopping in it too. I was like, I thought about because I was like, yeah, I got postseason, and my first solo career sack was on Joe. Yeah. So I'm like, Joe.
You just should have.
I thought about it.
Put in the comments the highlight of you getting the sack.
I thought about it, bro. I
might do it.
I thought about jumping in it. I thought about, but I was like, nah, because I like Joe. Joe the homie, man.
Can I do it then?
Nah, man. I don't have an issue with Joe, man. I don't want to make it a personal thing. I like Joe, man. Joe a dude, man.
He knew what he was doing by saying that.
He definitely did. And I was like, Joe,
you gotta take it with the grain of salt.
Joe,
then.
what you doing, bro? Joe, you out of all people, Joe, you can't talk about this type of stuff, Joe. That's all. If you want to go personal success, that's one thing. But Joe, you can't talk no playoff talk, Joe. That's what you can't do. All right. But Steelers Nation on fire. Oh, he's talking my language. He says, should the Steelers sign Tyrod Taylor? He falls right into that same category when you're talking about your Mariotas, your Ryan Fitzpatricks. I like Tyrod a little bit more than those guys because I have a personal connection with him. He's from the hometown. So, yeah, I'm biased. But the big thing is this. Tyrod, he has a lot of experience in these type of situations where you're transitioning, where you need a veteran presence that can lead calm the ship, but at the same time, he's not going to rock the boat when you're ready to make that shift for whatever reason it may be. Sometimes, or a lot of the times, it's been injury related with Tyrod. Some of the flukiest stuff happens with him. I don't know why, but we know that when he does return, he hasn't voiced any displeasure. He hasn't been a locker room cancer or anything like that. So I do think that he would be great for that without being as polarizing as Ryan Fitzpatrick, because as we saw in Miami with Fitzpatrick, he's good enough where you might look around and be like, I don't know, maybe we don't need this young guy. But we also know with Fitzmagic, he's going to have those moments, 4 or 5 games where he looks elite. And then when that shoe drops, we know what that's going to look like as well. And with Mariota, I haven't seen I don't know. With Mariota, I think he's like good, but I don't love him. You know, I don't.
Some people say the Titan system kind of screwed him a little bit.
Maybe
he wasn't fit for it.
Maybe that's why I don't feel as good about him. Yeah, just because I haven't seen him.
Out of those 3, he might have the most upside, actually. Though.
No, he would. He definitely does. Yeah, definitely does.
Being the number 2 overall pick, and if it is true, the whole Titans thing's true.
Throw, yeah.
He could have almost a resurgence. People thought it was going to be with the Raiders, but Derek Carr played pretty well. Maybe he has that Tannehill type of resurgence with another team.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right. Then Xavier Cunningham, he brought up Jalen Hurts. Now, with Jalen, obviously, Jalen is still under contract in Philly, and he just led them to the playoffs. Now, we know what happened in the playoffs, but, I don't anticipate him not being back in Philly.
Unless they trade for Deshaun Watson. People are talking about
I've seen that. But the big thing with Deshaun Watson is we still got to wait to find out what's going on with him.
He might even stay with the Texans if they bring in Flores.
Yeah. So that part changes some stuff. If he gets cleared or not cleared, that changes stuff as well. So, with him, it's still a lot going on with Watson. But with Hurts, that's a 2 or 3 steps away from even getting to us right now.
Yeah, the only reason they're trading him is if they get Deshaun Watson.
Right.
Like, he's not on the trade block right now.
Yeah, and they can't get to Deshaun until Deshaun gets cleared anyways. So, all right, let's go UW. Says Deke, hate to break it to you, but AB has about as much a chance of being signed as T.O. does. His career is done. But
might be right.
But we don't need that cancer back in Pittsburgh. I do agree with not needing that cancer back in Pittsburgh. And it's funny. I mean, let's go UW. Low-key read my mind. We talked that one of the names I said earlier. I said, he's become T.O. That's who he is right now. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Moises Sambrano says, please, can you read my comment?
Yeah.
Which turns it to Kinnick. Let's go.
Well,
actually, you know what? Since we done worked our way here.
Okay.
Let's pay a bill. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's pay a bill. So today's bill is with the good people of Manscaped. Shout out to the fact that today's show is brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below the waistline grooming. But also, if you don't want to go below the waist, you see Mr. Deke over here. Clean shaven, smooth as a baby's bottom. The Lawnmower 4.0, you got that option as well to go ahead and take it up top once or twice to clean up the top part of it as well. But we also know, man, they have a plethora of things, man. Their performance package, which includes your, nose trimmers, because you do not want nose hairs. I know it's wintertime and people think, the season's over. We don't care. It's the opposite. Deke got clean shaved because the season is over. Now the season's over, you got to dress it up and make it look real nice. We got to pay our significant others back for the time that we spent away on this grind. So with that being said, make sure you use my promo code, and the promo code is Moats. Moats. You use that, you get 20% off of your purchase along with free shipping worldwide. So stop wasting time. Check the homies out. Use the promo code. And when I tell you to trust me on this one, because your delicate twins will thank you.
There's no 1-800 number to call for this one, huh?
Yeah, if you got, problem with your balls, you got to call 1-800-MANSCAPE.
I think you just still call 1-800-GAMBLER still.
This is always 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, I think you just always call them.
Because you're technically taking a gamble, right? Anytime you play around
that
with
song, there's a catch to it. It's sketchy, man.
Bro.
I'm telling you. You can't switch up the song.
It is 1-800-GAMBLER. You got to call. See, I need to do it one time where the disclaimer is down so people can see. because they don't know what I be doing when I'm singing it. So you see it.
Yeah.
And you be over here laughing. I'm like, yo, this is like, you throwing me off. I got to stay focused in here. But they don't get a chance to see it. I'm one of these times, I'm going to go ahead and just drop the disclaimer so y'all can just see the nonsense that happens when we're singing this thing, man.
We at Kenrick, though. We're here. I hope we play Mason and draft offensive line, middle linebacker, cornerback, and receiver. Or trade up for Pickett and fire the OC. Don't make the janitor OC just because he's in-house.
Oh, wow. The subtle shot. Oh, Mr. Call. Rooney. You thought you would get us straight today? Hey, Mr. Rooney. Mr. Rooney. Mr. Rooney. Oh, you going to go? Bing. Gotcha. Yeah, he got Mr. Rooney. He said no more in-house hirings. Not even the janitor. Just because he's in-house. I like it, man.
Makai, what do you guys think about Mariota as a bridge guy for next season? Talk about that. Not opposed?
Yeah, we're definitely not against that, man. Mariota could fit that bill. Obviously, athletically what he brings to the table. Yeah.
Bridge guy, I think more of bringing him in for competition. We just don't make him the starter right off the bat. Oh. Haskins, competition, Rudolph competition, all with Mariota. That's what I think. Don't just give it to Mariota.
Yeah, I don't want to give it to any of them dudes, man. No. Make them compete for it. Yeah.
Ty_2. How do you guys feel about Malik Willis? If we can't get Pickett, I think we should get him. He reminds me of Watson when he plays. Also, should we bring Ben back as OC or coaching role? No. Malik Willis?
That's the cat from Liberty, right?
Where's he going to go? Probably second or third round?
Yeah, because at first he was supposed to be a first-round talent. Obviously, a little bit of a down year this year. I'm going to watch him. Obviously, like I said, he's on my list to watch even more so now because you bringing up the Deshaun Watson comparison in terms of his play, I'm going to look into that a little. I haven't watched him enough to definitively say, oh, yeah, he has that style of play. But, yeah, I'm going to check that out, though, because obviously with Deshaun, we know he had a ton of success coming out of Clemson, but even him, he still wasn't viewed as this elite, above reproach prospect.
I don't know why. I still don't get that.
But I think at the time was
Trubisky over him. That's crazy.
At the time, he did have like the crazy talent around him at Clemson, and we had because he still was before Taj Boyd. What I want to say he was before Taj.
No, he was after.
So then that probably plays into it then because we saw Taj get on there. He was lighting it up as well, but in terms of like NFL talent. It was different. I mean, even when Taj was here with us in Pittsburgh, and Taj, that's the homie from the crib as well.
Here? Yeah.
At one point. Yeah, he was here. Absolutely.
I don't remember that.
Bro, it was the same. Like, right when he got done at Clemson, he came up, and I remember being hyped, like, yo, this from the crib.
We draft him?
No, we did not draft him. We signed him, yeah. But I remember that, and it was like, man, you see him in practice, and we're like, that's part of the reason why. It's different. Like, when you throwing your guys in 8 wide open, yeah, you're going to cook. But when it's a tighter window, and you got to anticipate some of this stuff and throw guys open. That's where he was struggling. I do partly think that that's probably why not everybody was as committed or as high on Deshaun. I mean, we've seen this. Ohio State quarterbacks are getting that a little bit now too. When you're like, man, is it because of the talent around them, or is it because these guys are just elite quarterback prospects?
Yeah, who's the OSU quarterbecks? Cardell Jones.
Yeah, you had Cordell, you had JT Barrett, you had
Braxton Miller had to switch to receiver.
Yeah, shoot, even take it back to Troy Vincent. I remember when not Troy Vincent, Troy Smith. Yeah, Troy. I mean, won the Heisman and everything. He had to switch as well. Like, it's just different, bro. And you wonder, like, okay, is it because of the talent those around him? Tebow, another example, like looked great at college.
Terrell Pryor.
Yeah.
I forgot about that with Ohio State.
Yeah. But you throw all that talent around those guys, it's a lot easier throwing the guys that generate that type of separation versus at the NFL where the talent gap is so small, it's so tight. You can't just, oh yeah, man, I know my guy's gonna have a 3-4 yard separation. Like, nah, that ain't how I work at the NFL level, man.
Yeah. Dude, I just apologize. This chat's
it did it again.
Yeah,
it happens, bro.
It's just so many comments.
But no, that's a good problem to have, man. And that's what we say. We salute every single one of y'all that are in the chats as super chats and in the regular chats. And as y'all see, we making sure that we do our due diligence.
I'm at a gold. Let's go, UW. So whenever that is,
you're not too far. You're not too far. We there's light. There's light, and we still got to get to the phone lines as well. So don't trip. We still got to get there.
Perfect. Well, he's the last one, I think, too.
Yes.
So after him. Unless there's probably gonna be a couple more coming in.
Yeah,
I just know the chat. Everyone's engaging.
Oh man, we know how this go, man. Yeah, and then we'll hit the phone line. So, but you know what? anytime it's a game that just happens, whether it's a good or bad game, we always come in here and this is how we group things. This is how we therapy ourselves. So we therapying ourselves while we watching, a team that's competing to advance in the playoffs, that happens to have ties to us, because you like James Conner. I remember you was a James Conner guy. You like James, right?
I'm not opposed to him.
Yeah, man. Me too. James one of my favorite teammates, man.
I ain't rooting for him or anything.
Wow.
But
James Conner, the kid from Erie, PA. Come on, man. You got to root for him, bro.
I hope he's fine.
Yeah,
he's
man.
healthy, whatever, does his thing.
I mean, Pro Bowl year too.
The team, I don't really care.
Pro Bowler, bro. He did his thing, bro.
Which is crazy.
You can't deny the touchdowns, bro.
Which is crazy. It was a very touchdown-dependent Pro Bowl nod. Because his numbers weren't that gaudy. Rushing yard wise and his receiving yards are actually pretty good. I think he deserved it. I actually do think he deserved the Pro Bowl for sure.
But it is crazy though. You talk about like how things have shifted in 12 months. Like I still don't change our mind in terms of decision to get Najee. But it is funny though. Like as much as we highlight the Najee move, it's like Najee didn't even get Pro Bowl. You're looking at James Conner, who we felt we had to move on from. He goes to Arizona, gets the Pro Bowl, and he's on a team competing to really make a run in this postseason thing. Like, it's nuts, man. Yeah. But like I said, I still wouldn't change it, though.
I wouldn't.
As crazy as that sounds, I wouldn't change
James
anything.
does as good behind our line this year.
I agree. And I think Najee can cook like how he's cooking here anywhere else.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. But Russell Swartz, he says, if the Raiders want to move on from Derek Carr, would you take a shot on him? 100% I would take a shot on him. Now, if we're talking about him compared to some of these other quarterbacks we've named, Brian Fitzpatrick, Marcus Mariota, Tyrod, I'm taking him without a doubt. Like, but I also think he comes in, and even if you tried to say competition, it would take one practice for you to see that, hey, it's not a competition. And that's the difference when you're talking about him. He goes into that higher end veteran quarterback conversation. Like when I talked about
he's
earlier.
Like how the Rams just traded for Stafford.
Prime example. Absolutely. Prime example.
Could he do better in a different situation? Could you take the shot on him?
Absolutely. So when I think of him, yes, he's not in any level of what we've been discussing with our names earlier. But that's another reason why we said what we said in terms of why we got to wait till we can really feel like we can have that type of conversation, because we don't even know if he's going to be available. Even a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo, if he's available, you say you don't want him, I would take him. I definitely would over Mason or over Haskins right now, without a doubt. I would. But for me,
he's going to go on a run right now.
You say that like it's foreign. He wins. It's that simple. He's not the flashy guy. He's not going to wow you all the time, but you look at what he does when he's out there. You look at that Niners team when he's out there.
His record is underrated.
Absolutely. Even when he was in New England, they find ways to win with him. He is going to do everything you need to do, but he is going to overthrow it or underthrow on some of them deep balls. And we saw that in that Cowboys game as well. It's like, looked like the Super Bowl again. Choke that thing up. He was going to underthrow it. Overthrow it. Okay, he ain't believe it all the way. That's Jimmy G. We know that. But you went with that, though.
Yeah, Derek Carr makes sense. Mm-hmm. Then it just goes back to what do you have to give up for him?
Yeah.
Is he demanding a contract extension on the spot because he only has 1 year left on his former deal?
And that's part of
I think it's cheap as hell right now when you look about him versus the other quarterbacks in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So Steelers bring him in, or any team brings him in. Is it just a 1 year rental? Because that works for the team. I don't know if that works for him though. He might want an extension.
Don't work for him. Nah, heck no.
He might try to hold out a little bit.
Everything got to go right, man.
Even if he doesn't get traded, he actually might try to do that with the Raiders. Like, I want a contract before I come into this season.
No, 100%, man. All right. Excuse me. We also have Zeke Shazier. Man, I got the burps, bro. Jeez. Shout out to Zeke, though. He says, TJ for Deshaun Watson, straight up. If Watson is 100% on and off the field, would you make the trade? TJ can only score so many touchdowns. The problem is this. The Texans would not take that trade. To me, Deshaun Watson is worth more than just a TJ Watt because of what you said. TJ can score, but everything has to go right. It has to be a perfect play. Whereas with Deshaun, he touches the ball every single play. He can change the face of an offense every single play. And we've seen him lead Texans teams to the playoffs knowing they didn't have this crazy amount of talent. Whereas with TJ, no matter how great he's played for us, we've also seen where it's still going to cap the team's success regardless of how great he's playing, because he doesn't touch the ball every time, because he does have to come off the field at times as well. So that's the biggest reason why I don't see the Texans ever just saying Deshaun Watson for TJ Watt straight up, because they've had elite level defenders. They've had JJ Watt, for crying out loud.
Never won anything.
They had Jadeveon Clowney and JJ Watt. They had Jadeveon Clowney, JJ Watt, and Whitney Merciless all together at one time. We talk about Zach Cunningham, who went to Tennessee. He was there as well with those guys. Benardrick McKinney, he was there. Like, they had guys. They have had, higher end guys as well, but it hasn't equated to success when Deshaun Watson has been out there. Deshaun has been the biggest success guy out there. So that's another reason. Like I said, I just don't see them ever doing that type of thing.
I don't think they would do that straight up.
Yeah.
His haul is probably, if he gets cleared, his haul would probably be the most out of any of the quarterbacks, I would assume. Just because of his age.
Yeah, 1,000%, bro.
It'd have to be TJ and probably a couple first.
Yeah.
Does that make sense for us?
Not at all. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't do that. I don't want to move TJ for Deshaun. Like, I understand the significance of having a Deshaun, but we would have to give up so much for that, man. Yeah. So much.
It wouldn't just be TJ. It'd be picks.
Absolutely. And high-end
because
picks.
we need to use those picks to rebuild.
Mm-hmm. All right. Russell Schwartz, spinning the block, just says, babyface Deke with the LOL. I like it, baby. I like it. And then we got Moises Sambrano. Shout out to Moises.
He's on fire, too.
Moises is in here.
Competition with Let's Go UW.
Is he on fire or is he moist? Because it's Moises, Yeah, but he says, Arch Manning, QB for next year, NFL Draft 2023.
Wait.
Ain't no way Arch Manning, bro. He just
going to college. 2024, 25 probably for him.
Yeah, bro. You jumped the gun a little bit.
Is he a freshman this year coming up?
He's supposed to be coming into because he just committed to Ole Miss, I thought.
Is he going to Ole Miss? I don't even know.
I don't know if he committed either. Yeah, I just saw the video where
he's going to be a freshman though this coming year. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we still got some years for that. That's like a 25. Yeah, 25 at least.
25. Yeah.
All right. But I think I did skip Moises Sambrano right here while we were talking about him being on fire or on more moistness. This just sounds really uncomfortable when I keep talking about your moistness, Moises Sambrano. Okay, just Deke, we're adults here. Okay,
it's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable. We're adults here. Okay, if we could talk about manscaping, we can talk about Moises. Okay. We always strive to be moist.
It's just
I don't want to be moist.
We
strive for more moistness. That's what we always strive for. You can never have enough moistness or moisture. There we go. You can never have enough moisture in your life. So, shout out to Moises. But he says, Cobra Kai, strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
What's that?
That's like the show Cobra Kai, or like
Does
the
that have
Karate
to do with
Kid.
the Steelers at all? Or is he just pumped about the show?
No, this is I think it's just the show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the whole name thing. Straight sweep the leg. Yeah. But he says Clay Matthews to the Steelers. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on, bro.
Washed.
Ben Roethlisberger, 2-1 Super Bowl record. Terry Bradshaw, 4-0 Super Bowl record.
Oh, man.
Oh. This got personal.
Nah,
this got personal.
Don't do this now. Don't do this now. I don't want to talk about this right now.
Lord.
I just don't.
Woo! I did not know that's where we were going, baby.
I have no desire to talk about this.
Wow.
I'm just going to state what I've always said. Ben Roethlisberger is the best Steelers quarterback of all time.
Wow. I'm thinking we're going.
I'm just going to say that.
I'm thinking the conversation is going moist and we're just going to keep moisture in and Shoot the Rock says moisty myrrh, I think we was going that route. I knew we was going to go ahead and take a shot at 7. This is like 7's birthday because it's the last day for him. Like, dude, we can't just. Wow.
Yeah. I'm not going to address it outside of saying what I just said.
Wow.
That's all I need to say. Maybe a different time. Give me a month or so. We could get into Ben versus Bradshaw debate.
Yeah, we not moist for that right now is what you're telling us. It's cool, bro. Sometimes when we got to talk quarterbacks like that, it dries us up. We don't want to be – we want to stay moist today, okay? So we're not going to talk Ben Roethlisberger versus Terry Bradshaw just yet. That's going to happen down the line, though. Of course it is, because now we –
Is that going to be a yearly thing? Is that going to be like Heinz Hall of Fame?
You just never know.
Heinz Hall of Fame. What else is out there that's just like a staple yearly thing?
Yeah, man.
That's really it. Heinz Hall of Fame, and I guess that would be a good debate then.
Or no. Best Steelers receiver of all time. That's the other one. Yeah, that's one because people will hit you with the, well, who owns all the Steelers records?
I know. I go AB with that one for sure.
Yeah. So we're gonna see, man, if it'll get you moist or not, man. But yeah, we're not moist for that right now, though. But stay moistest, Sombrano. And I think we're at you now. Let's go, UW. He's very moist.
Growing speculation that Steelers DC Keith Butler will retire, and that the Steelers will promote Terrell Austin to DC. This is what Steelers Depot is reporting.
The reports about Butler retiring, that there have been rumblings of that, especially towards the back end of the season. That's why I even brought it up when we were talking about earlier. Is like, yeah, that would make it a lot easier for everyone if, you know, he took that approach.
Bro, we can't go in-house again.
That's my part. That, like, the whole Terrell Austin thing, or Terrell Austin, I'm just not a fan of the in-house move. I don't even remember if he was a 4-3 or 3-4 guy, because I want to say he was 4-3 in Detroit.
I just went to Steelers Depot's Twitter feed.
Yeah.
This is one of the headlines. Jim Moore reportedly told Najee Harris
I did
he knew who killed Tupac during a recruiting visit.
Yes, bro. It's
what the hell?
Like that was like a legit like thing that they put out there. I was like, this is crazy. But no, Steelers Depot, they do a good job though, man. We ain't gonna knock them for that, man.
I'm just trying to find the Butler news.
Yeah. But Butler, in terms of him retiring, there have been rumbles about that. Yeah, my biggest thing is if we're going to replace, and shout out to Oda, he just had a heck of a touchdown catch too, bro. But with Austin, I don't want to keep doing the in-house. If we're gonna, you know, bring a different coordinator in, like, let's go get a different coordinator and let's go pay for a nice high-end coordinator. That's where I kind of fall with that name, man.
Yeah, I just saw the tweet. Basically says exactly what he said. Yeah, in the super chat.
And then Shoot the Rock. I've seen this too. He says Tupac would still be alive if Russell Westbrook was the shooter. I said, man, I hate the fact that makes me laugh every time because it's so daggone true. We'd still be seeing Tupac right now. Westbrook can't hit anything. But Bron's averaging 30, so it's all good, bro. Yeah.
Well, I think we are good on all the chats here.
Yo, that is crazy. But I do like when we allow the chat to lead us. Now,
is there looking at my from the
notes,
game? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Highsmith. That's the one name that pops into my mind. He had a pretty good
game.
No,
he definitely balled out. And we talk about him continuing to do it against more reputable, higher end talent.
He missed
Orlando,
the sack too.
He did. He would have had back-to-back. That would have been huge. That was
the one that would have stopped the touchdown.
Yeah,
probably.
That was the one. But that goes also back to our tackling that we talked about improving. Just because it happens behind the line of scrimmage doesn't make it better. It's still a missed tackle. And we saw what happened after that. Like you said, man, that definitely hurts you. But no, man, I definitely like how he played, man. He flew around, running game, passing game. Like I said, man, I hate the what ifs. Because you ask yourself, like, man, does it change if he makes that tackle, that sack, back-to-back plays? You not only knocked him out of field goal range, but you probably keep points off the board in terms of the touchdown. Like, it just sucks. You know what I mean? That part of it. But I definitely thought he played really well. I was also impressed with Montravius.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he did some really good things, run game, passing game as well. I think he's somebody that I would actually be interested in seeing him come back, too.
He said he wants to be back.
Yeah, he's definitely somebody that I'll be interested in.
A lot of people saying they want to be back. Juju, him.
Yeah. Like,
Trey Turner.
Definitely Montravius, though, man. Especially when I think of the uncertainty surrounding Tyson, because we know with Tyson, man, he's coming back from ankle injury, an injury that cost him the season. We also know that, let's see if I'm 30,
he's not even signed either.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, he's a year older than me, so he should already
coming
be
into 34 season.
Yeah, he should already be 34. He's 34, about to be 35. Yeah, but with Montravius, I do feel like he came in and did some good things. I like his athletic ability, his range a little bit, sideline to sideline stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't be against him coming back, especially, you know, regardless of what we do with Tyson. If Tyson comes back, retires, whatever, like, I still think that he did some really good things. Yeah, I like him though, man.
Yeah, he made some good tackles in yesterday's game.
And then the last guy that we haven't really hit on today that I had a mixed bag with was Trey Norwood, bro. At times I thought Trey did some good stuff in that first quarter, and then it went downhill. And I was like, man.
You say that about Cam Sutton too.
Yeah, and I was asking myself, like, okay, with some of this stuff, is that coordinator related in terms of, like, with Cam Sutton being matched up with certain guys one-on-one? Like, I'm not going to fault you for getting torched by Tyreek Hill. I get on the coordinator for that. You know what I mean? But with some of the stuff with Norwood, I'm like, was that you, or is this more of the coordinator putting you in this position? But either way, it was a distinct difference in his play as well, in terms of, you know, him in the first quarter and then him in them second and third quarters, man.
Yeah. Well, I got a few of these super chats that just
Oh yeah,
popped
go ahead,
up
rock
here.
them out there. And after that,
Read
we'll
these.
hit the phone lines.
And then, phone lines. Moisty Sombrano back again. Says Terry Bradshaw.
He's still moist. I like
He's
it.
talking about the Terry Bradshaw Big Ben debate here. He says Terry Bradshaw immaculate reception to Franco Harris. I think he just wanted to bring that up for his case.
Okay, well, Big Ben immaculate extension to Antonio Brown Christmas Day.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
You could talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we keep
Big
it
Ben
going.
and late in games, heroics, all that.
The
type
San
of stuff.
Antonio touchdown as well, right?
Yeah, come on. There's a lot of stuff.
We just need a person up here that can give us Terry Bradshaw highlights like that too, because I know you're gonna have all the Ben highlights, and I don't have all these Bradshaw highlights that you're gonna be looking for, and it's gonna just give us a false sense of the argument. That's all I'm saying. I'm not qualified for this argument. I'm not moist enough. Okay.
The reason I brought up in the past though with Ben versus Bradshaw is Bradshaw literally I think had 9 or 10 Hall of Famers around him, defense and offense.
Mm-hmm.
I think
they weren't
Ben,
Hall of Famers at the time though.
Yeah, but Ben at any one given time for these teams that he's had, I think it's been 1 or 2 Hall of Famers on the team surrounding him. Mac, Faneca, and Polamalu. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you point to even the later years. I mean, Harrison's border. Hines is still. I do think Hines should be a Hall of Famer, but it's not even close compared to what Terry had around him.
Okay,
that's one of my cases I'd like to bring up. Wally Locke, watch out for round 2, 3, or 4 if Carson Strong drops as a quarterback option. The way people are talking about him though, and what I've seen from some of his highlights, I think his stock's only going to go up.
Yeah.
Dude looks like he's got a cannon.
That's what I've heard. Like I said, I have not watched him just yet, but yeah, he's on my list. He is definitely on my list, man.
Travion Sanders. Some good vets we should pick up. Bobby Wagner. Chris Godwin. Oh, Chris Godwin. Talk about wide receiver 1.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's in that range.
And he would probably be low end in terms of the cost right now, too.
What did he have? Is it an ACL or is it Achilles?
It was ACL.
Okay, ACL is not as bad as Achilles then.
No, very true. Yes, indeed.
Stephon Gilmore, Harold Landry. All right. I like some of those names.
But see, Landry's a pass rusher. I don't feel like we need that.
Gilmore,
yeah.
is not bad. I'd assume that contract might be cheaper than a J.C. Jackson.
I'm trying to... I don't know, because Gilly did have... I think he had 1 or 2.
Did he play good with the Panthers?
Yeah, I think he had like 2 picks when he was down there. He had like 2 picks.
Okay.
It's either 2 or 3 picks he had when he was down there. Because that was the thing I kept looking. I'm like, dang, yo, you low-key producing too. Yeah.
Let's go, UW. Says, and speaking of coordinator issues, why the hell was Spillane on Hill at one point?
Yes.
Well, he was on Kelsey too.
No, so
there was some weird stuff.
But with those, he was what was a couple of them. I know the one with Kelsey, it was a blitz, and the blitz was just super late, and that was ultimately why you get Dagon Spillane outside in chasing Travis Kelsey across the field like that. It's supposed to be a blitz. Blitzer got to be on time. We talked about that earlier in the year with the Raiders game. If a blitzer is late, it puts your coverage guys in a bad position, and that was with I know for a fact the Kelsey one when it was second quarter one. It should have been the one where he was on the left side dragging across the field. I think it's 20-30 yard reception or whatever. I know that was definitely what happened on that one, but it happened a couple of times in terms of just blitzers being a little bit late. The whole disguising part, certain guys spent a little bit too much time on the disguise, made them late in the rush. And then we also had some times where guys just kind of blew the coverage, got a little confused out there. I don't understand why in some of the cases, because some of the stuff I'm like, bro, just personnel matching up. If this is a DB working with a linebacker and you got a wide receiver and a running back, don't try to pass that off. DB, you lock on that receiver. Linebacker, you lock on the running back. For some reason, I don't know who initiated between those individuals, but that was going on as well. So yeah, it was. We had a little mix of stuff going on down there.
Moises Sembrano back again.
Man, all right.
Says Ben R. and Terry Bradshaw are better than Tom Brady. I like where this guy's mind's at.
Yeah, I just gonna know. I'll leave that alone.
I'm not, dude. Yeah. You know I like Tom Brady, so
you just don't like him more than TB12, right?
Well, I get it. If anyone wants to take Tom Brady in their best of all time, whatever. Ben's always been my favorite player, so I'm sticking with him. I got my cases. I got my ways to kind of make it make sense here.
Yeah, man. Hey,
I do.
I don't even fight it anymore. I just let it happen. Just
But I'm a Brady fan too, so I've always think he's really good. Well, he really started turning me.
What did you say?
He really started turning me. I think it was that Seahawks Super Bowl where it's just like, damn, dude, this guy just keeps getting back to the Super Bowl. You just got to give him props.
You really propping him now?
You got to give him props. He's pretty good.
Let me guess. You want a Tom Brady jersey too, like 7?
No,
we saw 7 ask for it. We saw 7 ask for it. You gonna ask for it next? 7 did it he did it in public too.
One yesterday, right?
Well, it was more like I'm supposed to do is make you feel good.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it was like, Rod knows your last game. Somebody got to come over here and ask for your jersey. Let me go get that rinky dink thing, man. That's what he was saying, bro.
I told you the rules.
That wouldn't what?
I told you the rules. There's no jerseys outside of Steelers
Ben
jerseys.
Ben did it.
Hey, he's just hanging it up. It's competitor stuff.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, yo, I'm a fan.
That's just giving respect.
I thought it was just like I'm a fan, bro.
That's two goats giving respect to each other. That's all it is.
Okay. I thought it was like a goat and like a baby calf.
No. It's just two goats. Two goats saying what's up to each other.
I like it, man.
Jerseys.
I like it.
No, you can't. No, Tom Brady jersey, get out of here. No way.
Okay, just checking, man.
No,
just checking.
I told you though. I even defended. You remember the one season?
I remember, bro.
2019. I had to defend Brady against. It was weird. It was a weird scenario because a lot of people were saying Brady was washed. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
I low-key feel like this makes Ben a fake fan though, bro. Since he did ask for another person's jersey while playing for 2 years. That was like 2 years ago, bro.
Nah, I think it's just
a
fake
fan, bro. You wouldn't never. You just said yourself. You said yourself. You would never do that.
You know how long ago that is? Nah,
that was
different.
Was that 18? That was 18 season.
No. You know how long ago that was 2016.
No,
that was when Landry played against the Patriots.
Bro, was that the year?
Bro, that was long ago. That was 6 years ago.
I thought that was the 18 season.
No,
because I thought that was the year where they won, where they beat the Patriots that game.
No, because if you look, the time we played the Patriots in 2018, we wore the Keller Rush.
Okay.
2016, Ben was the regular one, long sleeve because he wasn't playing. That was Landry.
Yeah.
Dang. We could have beat the Patriots that year too, man.
See, fake fan, bro.
We could have beat the Patriots that time.
Why your boy being a fake fan then, man?
Who?
Ben. Ask for other people's jerseys, bro. Nah, man.
Nah, that's just some goat
bro,
talk
you can't be doing that, man. Come on, you even said it yourself, bro. I can't believe it, bro. Unreal. Anywho, was that everybody?
I think we're good.
You have anything else though that you wanted to get off before we go to the phones, man?
Let me think of players real quick. We did Highsmith, obviously TJ.
I actually had one.
Okay.
How did you feel about the punting?
Good.
Presley Harvin, man.
Much improved.
Yeah, you saw
no shanks.
Because before the game,
some really good punts. Really good punts. Yeah.
Usually the Friday or Saturday, they made the move where when they activated Juju, they waived Corliss Waitman.
I thought Hardman punted really good. Now, I don't know how much of the return that Hardman had was on the lack of hang time because there was some space in between.
Let me find out Deke learned a little something over here.
Or if that was just terrible coverage on our part.
I kind of thought it was a mix of both. I thought when the returner caught it, it was about 15, 20 yards before the coverage. Not the gunners. The gunners are the outside guys, right? They're going to always be down there. But in terms of the core group, the guys that are right by the long snapper when they're snapping the ball, typically when those guys are not within 15 to 10 yards of the return man catching it, typically you don't want that as a punt team. That means you've outkicked your coverage. That's where you want more hang time. And yes, that is something that Harvin has struggled with. And part of that return was that. But the other part is, you want your coverage guys to get down there. And that's why I say it kind of goes back and forth in terms of, all right, are they 20, 15, 20, 25 yards? Or are they 15, 20 yards? Or are they 10 to 15 yards? Like all of that, we can nitpick it. But as a whole, I did think that Presley did a good job, man. Now, was that enough for you to say, don't bring Waitman back for the offseason?
Bring him back. That doesn't hurt.
You like an open competition?
Is that a usual thing? Because I swear, even whenever we had Barry kind of slotted in for the position, we'd still bring in competition.
Always bringing a guy. Always.
Yeah, so I think Waitman's a good dude to bring back at least.
Yeah.
We
I'm
got
not against it, man.
Another super chat though before we move on to the lines. Okay. This is Moises again, saying Moises Sombrano.
Oh, he's Moises. Man, I'm enjoying saying your name. I'm just throwing it out there, bro. That
AB
sounded not the best either.
On the No podcast, he said that Tom Brady needs AB to win the Super Bowl.
AB said that Tom Brady needs him to win a Super Bowl.
I get what he's saying.
Do you?
I do get what he's saying because there's a reason that they called AB last year because he was going to help them win a Super Bowl.
But I look
and
at
there's
it
a
like
reason him getting cut hurts the Bucs' chances, I think, this year. But at the same time, even if you look at last year, did AB do anything in the Packers game?
bruh.
And then
This
in the
is
Super
Tom
Bowl, he
Brady
had
we
like
talking about.
20 yards and a touchdown. I think that probably could have happened by anyone.
AB needed Tom Brady to win a Super Bowl. It's not the other way around. Don't get it twisted. Tom Brady has won how many without Antonio Brown? Like, we've seen Tom Brady do it with nameless great faces at wide receiver before. AB, his success has been directly linked to Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady. So that's my only thing with AB. Now, AB is an elite talent without a doubt, but yeah, that's absolute nonsense, man. Yeah.
Okay. We're all caught up.
Yep. And then Music Flows, No Limits. We appreciate your love as well, baby. So shout out to you.
Thanks for the support.
So yeah, we are good to go. Let's hit these phone lines. Time for some people to get it off their chest, baby. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I did pre-screen a couple of these, and the rest of them, I was like, we're just gonna let it fly.
That's fine.
I greatly appreciate you, man. They said chivalry is dead. Let me find. We talk about Moist, and now you over here handing me headphones. Like, dang, what else can I get up out of this situation here?
Bro, this is bad.
What's up, bro?
I'm not.
What's wrong, man? You good over there, bro?
I'm saying too much out here, man.
What happened? I messed it up, bro. That was something.
That wasn't the vibe. That doesn't pass the vibe check right there.
I thought we were just talking about voices. Can we be adults here? I thought we're mature. Get your mind out the gutter, Deke. Whatever could you be referring to? Yo, don't blame me. Blame Moises. Moises, he set the tempo with the chat. He made it real moist. That's what he did, bro. I'm just an innocent bystander, bro. That's all I'm doing. Innocent bystander.
Just the man's first name, huh?
Listen, I didn't name him Moist. Somebody in the Moises, I didn't name him Moises, and I'm for his name. That's all I'm saying, bro. I take pride in my name. My name's Arthur Moats, like I said, but yeah. So, he's like, I'm the Moises.
He hasn't said anything to any of these comments that you're saying.
And that's completely fine, bro.
Super chats.
And I love it. That's why, like I said, I'm going to keep talking about it because I'm all for it. I'm a supporter of moistness. Yeah, man. They said Moist is my burner account. Shout out to Juan Wrinkle. I see you, baby. But anywho, let's hop to these phone lines. Who's getting off their chest?
Moats, Deke, my youth. This is G. Alexander. Richmond, Virginia, by way of Mars, because man, I had to go to Mars to be able to stomach this game a little bit better. The offense was offensive. Man, I think that the offense, because they wasn't doing anything but 3 in and 3 out, we only had 1 first down in the first half. They allowed the defense to get tired, and the defense started to get scored on. Realistically, it was a decent enough game by us, but the offense has got to put up points. And you couldn't expect too much from the defense because they was tired, man. But TJ and Cam and the defense came to play in the first half up until about 8 minutes left in the first half, and then that's when they started giving it up. The offense didn't even come around into the end of the game. The offensive line, man, you cannot allow free runs at the quarterback. There was times that it almost looked like the defense knew what was going on, what play was being called, because it was like they're like, hey, Ben, you want to fall down and let me just tap you, or you want me to really hit you? This is crazy, man. We can't be doing it like that. But I got to say, there was times on the offense, that RPO, you should have shot the ball to Juju, because Juju was open way too many times, We have to get the offensive line to play in better, so maybe a new offensive line coach, maybe a new coordinator, maybe a new defensive coordinator. Shuffle that offensive line up, get us a mobile quarterback, and let's run this thing back, because we can do it we can win. Welcome to the upper room. Peace.
My man said he had to go to Mars. The offense was offensive. That was my one right there. I ain't gonna lie, that took me. Yeah.
Always great calls from him.
Oh, without a doubt, bro. Without a doubt. All righty. Who else? And I didn't disagree with some of the stuff he was saying, man. GA, man.
Nah, we were talking about the coordinator stuff throughout this whole podcast. He brought that up. Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Hey, everybody. This is the Brobarian. I am sad to see how this game turned out. But I definitely can see a lot of upside that we're going to be doing for next year. There's a lot of stuff they need to work on. I'm a Steelers fan all the way through, do or die. Until next time, my friends. And, not until next time like it's going to be forever. I'll be back on the text, the message boards again when you guys start your show back up. So I'm going to be with y'all until you guys say, hey, we're going to take a break. So y'all stay cool. God bless y'all, and y'all take care. Go Steelers. Go upper room. Yes, indeed.
Appreciate it, bro.
Sounds so sad. Man. Is that what I guess that is the feeling right now, huh? Hey, but don't worry, Odell's cooking. Shout out to OBJ. That look good. That make you feel a little better, right?
Well, that's good for my pick against you, huh?
Yeah,
they're about to go up 14.
Small victories. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, man. We positive about something today.
Dude, I would have rather went 0-4 on those pick'ems just for us to keep advancing.
Man, it's okay. Well, we know
if I could have done a trade-off, that's what I would have done.
Well, it was one Saturday. Saturday you had one where you did get your loss. So it's all right,
man. I'd lose the rest of the season on my picks if that meant we were making it to the Super Bowl.
I agree, man. That's fun. AFC Championship. I'm with you, bro. All right, man. Buffalo, man. We're doing good, bro. But we live and we learn. Let's see who's gonna get it off their chest, though.
Hey, Deke. Hey, Moats.
Yo.
Trina Still Diva.
What up, though?
Want to send Deke a big, big hug. I know it hurts. It's hurting me. I can't believe we went out like this, but we started so promising, and it just went downhill quick. I'm not even mad or upset. I'm just going to miss Ben. All righty. See y'all later. Bye.
Man, y'all even got Trina Still Diva sad. Lord, bro. It was one of them nights, man.
I told you.
It was one of them nights,
man.
Man.
At the beginning. You stay up a little late. You just take in the moment.
Yeah, I took in the moment, too, now that you say that, man. Saturday and Sunday, I was taking in the moment, bro. You know what? You absolutely right. I did stay up late, bro. Just sitting there. TV on. Reminiscing. And then a smile came to my face. Nah, never mind. It was sad. I was sad. Sad-ish.
Oh, man.
No, it's sad, bro. Chill. All right.
Were you like Thanos at the end of Infinity War?
I was like, things are going as planned. Here we go.
Did you say balanced or something like that? Damn, dude.
Circle of life is what I wanted to go with because of how it started, and now it's like, yo, this is where we were at the beginning. Look at us now. All right. Why wrangle? Moats said, "Bring out the tables." Well, there was one from the top rope. I don't know if y'all saw that. It got jumped from the RV.
No. Nah, I didn't see
it. It was kind of cool. It was when it was up at like 40.
Moats, Night Rider 16 checking in from Louisiana.
There he is.
Look, game just ended. Not really mad. A little sad, of course. Ben's last game. I really wasn't expecting much going into this game, but when the game started off the way it did, the defense was holding up. We got a score. And, I kind of got a little happy. So I was like, okay. And then I kept telling myself, okay, the offense is so many opportunities wasted. Defense can only hold up so long. The story of the season. And then, of course, it happens. You give Patrick Mahomes that many times, eventually something's going to break open. And once it did, it just got worse from there. But it is what it is, man. We got to get to the off season. We got to regroup. One thing I will say I'm for sure on is that Matt Canada, yeah, man, you got to go with Big Ben, man. But that's all I got to say, man. I'll catch y'all on the live stream. Peace.
Peace, bro.
Shout out to the homie Knight Rider 16. He always showing major love as
absolutely.
well, man.
Thanks for the call, bro.
That's funny though. He said, "Yo, Canada, yeah, you got to roll with Ben. Okay, both of y'all. You and you. Yes. All right, man. We got time. You know what? About 1, 2 more.
Yeah, two
we got
more.
about 1,
Two
2 more. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Who do we have here?
Yo, boys. It's
Everybody
D-Dub
sounds sad.
from San Diego.
We are sad.
Man, what an emotional roller coaster. Started off early there with that touchdown and just felt like all of our thoughts about destiny being on our side were coming true. Really got me up for a game that I was like hopeful we would win, but ready to lose, you know? And it's just a bummer. Just you think about some of those drops Deontay had in the first half and how things might have been different if we get a couple of more first downs there in the first half, or, you know, Najee doesn't fumble that ball. The Chiefs go on to score on the next play. It's just like so many little things. But at the end of the day, you know, we're lucky to be there. It's just like, you know, just got to be grateful for the chance, especially when you have a team that can't even beat the Lions, you know. But Steelers will be there next year, be there every year. We'll always be in the conversation. We'll always be a dynasty worth reckoning with. This year doesn't change any of that. And just love you guys. So, yeah, peace.
Appreciate the call, bro.
I say, man, we love you too, man. We appreciate it. Man, I'm sad everybody's sad too, man. It sounds so sad. It just hurt my heart.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop a tear like I was Tupac, you know. Hey. All
Tough,
right.
man. It's tough.
Now, Shoot the Rocky in the chat. He says he has the 847 number. Now, this is my question. Deke, I have not listened to this 847 number.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to ask you. I'm putting it on you.
You could trust him.
I'm putting it on you, Deke, all right? You say to trust the man?
He says it's not depressing either.
He says it's not depressing to trust him?
Yeah.
So we should trust him?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
I'm with it 100%.
All
If
right,
things
you know
go
what?
right, you could blame me.
YOLO, let's get it. Boom.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy, Shoot Dirac, calling in from the 563 Dubuque, Iowa. Just watched that whole game. Early on, man, I was excited. I was going crazy in my Twitch chat because after on that TJ Watt touchdown, that was crazy. But after that, the wheels kind of fell off for the defense. We just couldn't get the stops we needed, and you cannot be playing from behind against a team like that with that much offensive firepower. Sucks to see Ben go out that way, but I'm going to be honest, it's kind of what I expected. Just not really a great night offensively. And like I said, playing from behind, can't really get yourself into that kind of game. I don't know, and we'll see where we go from here. It's a new era of Steelers football. I'm going to miss Ben. Like I said, he's been my quarterback from the time I've started watching the Steelers, so we'll see how it goes in the future. I'm excited. Thank you guys for another great season of your show. Like I said before, I've been listening since the very beginning. It's been really fun to see you guys grow. It was super cool to meet you guys in Green Bay this year, and I'll see you all on the show tomorrow. Peace.
Nah, man, major love, bro. Major love.
Thanks, bro.
Well, and shoot, man, you a staple of the show anyways, man. Let's
Yeah,
keep it
he
a
is.
buck,
Yeah, we
man.
know
You
who
always
Shoot the
show
Rock
love,
is.
man. Heck
Met
yeah.
him up in Green Bay.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Part of me wants to have a little fun. Wait a minute. Part of me wants to have a little fun. So, as we were sitting here, and I've been thinking about this concept for a little while now, because I do it on one of my other shows.
Okay.
It's a little concept we call the Hotline Roulette. Because there's still some numbers up here that I have not touched. I have not listened to.
I'm all for it.
But I do kind of want to hear, because, you know, if this was the final ride, you know, spend a little more time with it. More people get something off their chest.
Let's do it.
So we can do this a couple of ways. I can read you off different zip code or different area codes, so you can pick a random one and we can play that. Or the people in the chat, the upper room members that have already called in, they know who they are. They can, you know, say which ones they want. Hey, play mine with their area code, and then we can allow you to pick it that way as well.
Yeah, if we haven't listened to one of your calls, let us know in the comments if you have one and what your zip code is. I'll do it that way.
There it is. Then area code, not zip code. Area
Zip
code.
code.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, don't tell me the zip code. I ain't gonna know your zip code now. But no,
throw your full address in there.
Yeah, but I say, yeah, if we haven't
Someone did
played
that
your
the one
call,
time.
they did. I've seen phone numbers, everything up here. But yeah, if you were one of the upper room members that called, to get it off your chest, and we have not played yours just yet, put it in the chat. Let us know what your number was in terms of the area code, just the first 3 digits. And then we'll ask Big Deke Energy over here, if we want to allow that one to get played or not.
Yeah. Okay, we got one wrangle.
Okay.
He says mine is 702.
Okay. I see the 702. How you feel?
702 and then 47 are the next.
Oh yeah.
numbers?
I was gonna read the rest of it off, but
Okay.
I ain't. Okay, let's
Put
see
your bank details in the chat.
Oh Lord, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah, let's go with one wrangle.
Okay.
He usually got some good stuff to say.
No, he does, man. He definitely does. All right. Let me say it was the 70247. All right. Here we go, Juan. Get it off your chest.
Put your social in the chat while you're at it.
Man, tough watching the end of the season. By the way, this is Juan from Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello to everybody. Yeah, man. And we all know that the season's over for us all except for Moats. Moats gets to watch his bills, do work. So, yeah, thanks, Deke, for teasing us again, saying that Patrick Mahomes ain't a better quarterback than Ben.
He had a better game. I think we can admit that. He had a better game
next
yesterday.
year is going to be better.
One game. Come on. Just one game.
Yo, he did take the shot at you, and he hit me, Lord. Say everybody else sad. Most gonna be watching his Bills play today. Yo, you did low key say that though about Mahomes though, bro. You made Mahomes
That wasn't the
go
result I was expecting.
You pissed him off. You made him go out there and say, you know what, I'm only gonna have
man.
9 incompletions. Then how about
did
that?
someone show him my TikTok video?
They definitely did. They definitely did, man. Jeez Louise. All right. Let's see. Did anyone else put a number?
I'm not seeing anything else. Someone says pick a Cali area code.
I wish I knew what the Cali area code
I don't
was.
either.
All right, so here we go. These are the remaining
let me
area
pick,
codes.
yeah.
All right, are you ready for this? You have the 314, the 214, the 724,
Okay.
the 202, the 605, the 505, and the 984.
We gotta go 724.
7. Oh, one time for the culture then. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
One that I recognize.
Okay. Now I'm looking at this, and this is a double call about a minute apart. So this is going to be interesting. Hopefully I play the right one.
Go for it.
Yo, what's up, Moats and Deke? Man, Ben ain't deserve to go out this way. That's about the biggest point. The man still has the passes in him. Of course, he doesn't have the mobility. I mean, if you saw the Detroit Lions,
maybe that's why he called back.
It was a cutoff.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see if that's what, maybe that was the case because we do have
what's
that.
up, Moats and Deke? This is Tyler from Pittsburgh. And Ben don't deserve to go out this way, man. It's been he still has it, man. You know what I'm saying? Passing's been on.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Yeah.
Two ones cut off.
Yeah, I'm just glad that everything worked out, though. Yes, Luke. Yes, people's like, yo, most look like he a little nervous when he's playing these randomly. I am. Yes. All right. Now I've seen Ed Jimenez say the 818 Moises.
He's saying, can I talk?
Says the 559.
You would have had to have already called in.
This is true. Michael Patrick McCracken, he's always here. He says the 505. That's where he's throwing them out. So once again, Deke, how we feeling, man?
We need Michael Patrick McCracken.
So
we have a
505.
505.
Well, we got a Michael. We got to
go with him. He's a staple too.
And this would be something that, man, we could do another time as well. Maybe even have it live in terms of when the offseason hits for everyone. When we get to that part, maybe we'll start doing a little bit of this with a live element of it. Just to add to the flair, because y'all have been proven to be responsible. I greatly appreciate that. It's just every once in a while we might get 1 or 2 calls where I'm like, bruh, I can't play this. Okay, but so far so good. Yes, I just don't want to get fined, ladies and gentlemen. All righty.
Moats, Deke, Michael, Patrick from the Kraken,
There he is.
your new Mexican-Irish brother.
Let's go. Let's go.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. There's a giant difference between the Chiefs' offense and the Steelers' offense. I think Matt Canada should be fired. I know everybody wants to overreact. I watch all the games. I pay attention. Matt Canada super sucks. And the thing about it is, why are you running RPO? You know, RPO, they do not respect the RPO in any way because they have no faith that Ben can throw it. So there's no reason to run RPO. It's 3rd and 2, 3rd and 5, and you're throwing the ball 40 yards downfield or 30 yards downfield. It should be 40 yards, 30 yards downfield to Chase Claypool when you should run with Najee Harris. It's ridiculous that you're doing that. He's going to have a scapegoat. He may not get fired because they'll be able to blame Ben and say it was Ben's fault. Thing is, Matt Canada is terrible. Matt Canada is terrible. So we need to get rid of that guy, move on for next year. It was a good season. I mean, it was heartbreaking and heart-thumping the whole time, but, man, it was a good season. These Steelers are hard to watch. This game's embarrassing. Peace out, fellas. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks, bro.
Michael Patrick Kraken. Always got some heat to end it with, baby. Shout out to my New Mexican or my New Mexico Irish brother out there, man. Mi hermano. That's what we say in Spanish. You know,
yeah.
Mi hermano. But no, dude, that was fun, man. As it always is. Always love when we're able to, allow the people to get a chance to get their voice, get something off their chest, have their voice be heard. And Moises Sombrano, I saw you said about the Can You Talk. That's what you were referring to in terms of joining the live.
I had a couple people ask about joining the upper room even too. So maybe you could hit on that, like how to do it.
Yeah, so the easiest way, like I said, if you're on a desktop browser, whether that's on your phone or on an actual computer, when you go to the channel's homepage, the YouTube channel's homepage, in the top right corner, it's usually a blue button that says join. You just click that and you'll be good to go. If not, on every video, even this live stream that you're on right now, in the description box, it'll be a link up there that'll say to join the upper room, and you just click that link and that'll take you to there and you'll be able to get signed up and everything like that. But this offseason, though, man, we're going to continue this, though, because, like I said, I do think the phone roulette, man, we could get away with that a little bit because, y'all, like I said, y'all been earning it. I've been testing y'all all season long. Been testing y'all, all right? But I do feel like the live phone call element is like, it'd be a fun little next step, baby.
I'm for it. Yeah.
So it's all a fun little next step, baby. So, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
We already do interviews live.
Oh, yeah, we do. But interviews, they got a little bit more to lose. So the interview people,
we got some interviews with the chat. That's all.
The interviewee, usually they're a little chiller, so we're really good. But I feel like we're gonna have some conversations that come up this offseason where we're talking about quarterbacks and opinions, where it'd be cool to, get a little minute or two in here, man. Let me hear your voice. All right, bet.
Call in. Who do you want your quarterback to be?
It's that simple,
Explain your case. Yeah, something like that. It'd be fun.
So
we got a couple super chats before we close
let's
out.
run those and we'll be good.
Moises Sombrano back at it again.
Hey, y'all, he is in
Says,
here.
My favorite QB is Big Ben and Terry Bradshaw because both of them are my quarterback. Those two will always be my quarterback.
I can dig it, man.
And then he also said the Can I Talk. We already discussed that. And then let's go UW with the last one. It's looking like. So something that might have been overlooked. No, we talked about it. But PH3 punt average of about 50 yards. I thought he punted good yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No, that was definitely good by him. And for me, I'm not as big on the total punt average. I like the net punt, though, because that was still, it would have been a lot better if it wasn't for the big return that
Hardman.
Yeah, Hardman had. I wanted to say Pringle for a second, but yeah, that Hardman had. But yeah, if it wasn't for that, the net punt would have been a lot better as well, man. But no, man, I thought that he definitely came back and punted well for him especially, man. He needed a game. He needed a good game, and he was getting a ton of work. Maybe that's the recipe for him, man. Like, hey, don't think, just keep going out there and punting, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't good. When they showed that one stat, I think it was the first 7 or 8 possessions.
7 punts, yeah.
All punts.
It was nuts, bro.
Al Michaels just takes a shot at us, says, well, at least they're consistent.
That is sick. But I'm all for it, though. I don't oppose it,
Yeah, we weren't playing too well on offense.
Yeah. But I think that is everything. I'm looking.
What is going on in this game? I've only seen the Rams on offense.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Have the
bro.
Cardinals done anything on offense?
Not really, bro.
Is it just
not
all three
really.
and outs? Am I missing something?
From what I've seen, I haven't been watching it as hard, but I haven't seen a lot of the Cardinals sustaining drives just yet.
I haven't seen Kyler Murray take one snap yet.
Yeah. He's been out. No, he had.
Rams are punting right now. So Cardinals.
Yeah, Kyler just. I just saw him. He had a little drive, but yeah. Right now, man, the Rams looking good, but the Cardinals defense playing well. I thought they were playing well at times. They getting hit on a couple big plays. Odell, he's been looking good.
Okay.
And they would have had a big play right there if Cam Akers don't drop it.
Look at that punt.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
so yeah. With that being said,
go
though,
with the show here.
You know, some of us do gotta. We got a team we gotta watch tonight.
These podcasts are gonna be tough for me. These next few weeks, these are gonna be tough.
Just throwing it out
These are gonna be tough podcasts.
Some of us just said we got a game. We gotta watch because. I tell you, my former teammates are out there tonight, so I just want to make sure I'm rooting for my former teammates. Emphasis on the mates, S at the end of that thing, man. So, with that being said, we appreciate everybody for joining us, man, and shout out to everybody that has been riding with us for this whole season. Like I said, we're gonna keep it going into the all season, so don't worry. This is not the farewell. We are not on our thank you sevens. Okay, we're gonna keep this going. So, with that being said, man, appreciate all y'all and all the love and support that y'all have given us. And until next time, baby.
Peace.